A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, The Halls of Ivy.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's graduation week at Ivy, and like every small college, it has its own traditions and customs which will be carried out by both students and faculty. With some, it's a time of gaiety and excitement. For others, a time of tears and sadness. For Ivy's president, Dr. William Todhunter Hall, it's a time of speech writing, conferences, and the disposing of countless detailed matters. But as he tells his English ex-actress wife, Victoria,
it's amazing. Everything is going according to schedule. Not one major incident has come along to upset the graduation carts. Usually by this time... Oh, good heavens.
Did the cart topple over?
No, it might have. Vicky, I have a message for you.
From me? From who? Or is it from whom?
It is from neither who nor whom. It's from me.
Well, that's even better. I adore messages from you. Like, darling, please have my grey suit cleaned. Love, W. I do love W, too.
Good, but I have to admit that this message has been slightly delayed, due to a sort of baccalaureate fog around the region of the brain. The message, my darling, says simply, I love you very much, and will you be my date for the senior prom? Well, I don't expect your answer by engraved reply, but after all...
Well, I was just thinking. Dolly, does this invitation include a late walk down Ivy Lane?
You mean Romeo's Road? That common lover's path which is frequented by intrepid maid and callow youth?
Yes.
Oh, we'll not only take to Ivy Lane at the first possible moment, but I won't even promise we'll walk.
Well, good. Then I accept your invitation with pleasure. Besides, I've already bought a new dress for the dance. And it's the kind that one rarely wears when one is with one's husband, if you know what one means.
No, but I can hardly wait to see what one means. What time is it?
It's almost 1. Now, Todd, you haven't had a bite to eat. Do you have to be somewhere?
No, darling, but you do. Bill Davis, the senior class president, will be here to pick you up about 1:30.
Well, it's very nice of him, dear, but he isn't my type.
No, Vicky, you've been elected by the senior class to pick the winning tickets from the raffle bowl.
Oh, I have?
Well, you don't seem very happy about it. It's quite an honor, my girl. This is roughly equivalent to being chosen by the Deep Sea Divers Association as the girl we'd most like to blow bubbles with.
Yes, I'm deeply pleased if you say so. Or I would be if I had the slightest idea of what raffle you're talking about.
The raffle of the faculty cars.
Oh.
Victoria, is it possible that you've been here all this time and still don't know about Ivy's famous raffle?
Yes, it's quite possible because I don't know. Who raffles the cars and to who do they go?
To who?
It's something new I just thought up. See, this way I don't have to worry about when to put the M on the end of who. It's simple, huh?
Yes, it is. Simple. I don't like to discourage you, my darling, but there are a few grammarians around the campus to whom your ideas might not appeal.
I'm saved by the bell. I'll answer it, dear.
Tum ho. From ho. Ovo. No.
Mr. Wellman, Toddy, he seems terribly agitated.
I knew things were too calm and peaceful to last. Well, show him in.
I am in, Dr. Hall. I can only stay a minute.
That's good. I mean, it's good you found time to stop by at all.
This is not a social call. I'll come right to the point. Dr. Hall, this raffle of faculty cars, it's disgraceful. It must be stopped.
But why? The money is used for a legitimate purpose. To defray expenses at the senior prom. I participated in it during my senior year at Ivy, didn't you?
Of course I did. But under protest even then. I am opposed to gambling.
Are you really, Mr. Wellman? I understood you'd done very well in stock market speculations.
Market speculations? Business investments. That was purely business, Mrs. Hall.
Sometime I'd like to have your views on the National Lottery, Mr. Wellman. And don't tell me we don't have one every 4 years. Do I understand that you consider this traditional Ivy raffle gambling?
Isn't it?
I'm sorry I wasn't here when the game started, but what do the winners win? I still don't know.
The use of the faculty members' cars, Vicky, for the night of the senior prom.
And the use of the faculty member who owns the car. Our good professors, all reduced to the positions of mere vassals, being forced to act as chauffeurs for students who could just as well walk, who might better walk.
Mr. Wellman...
Yes, Dr. Hall.
You are making a mountain out of a money-raising project. I have never heard any faculty member complain about this custom. Quite the contrary. They enjoy it. Oh, I realize that the amount of money that is bid on each professor's car might possibly reflect on the esteem in which some of them are held, but I still
I didn't expect you to be sympathetic with my viewpoint, Dr. Hall. I fully expected antagonism, but I do expect to use every ounce of my influence to abolish this raffle, starting with this year. Goodbye. Don't bother to show me out. I can find the door myself.
Well, he found the door. Now the question is, can we?
What an unpleasant little man. Is it true that he called out from under a flat rock, William?
Well, we might say that Mr. Wellman's presence at Ivy is due to the fact that the Board of Governors, in their search for executive material, left no stone unturned.
By the way, has he any logical objection to the faculty raffle? I mean, reasonable.
Mr. Wellman objects to everything on principle, especially if there's the slightest chance that the thing he's objecting to might give someone a little enjoyment. I suspect that in his babyhood, someone snatched his pacifier away and left him with lips permanently pursed. With him, happiness is just a thing called off. And the only fun he ever has is seeing that no one else has any.
Yeah, that's a masterly bit of character analysis, Doctor. Well, is there anything he can really do, though, about the raffle?
Oh, not this year, anyway. He's starting his reform movement much too late.
I wonder who'll win our car.
No. The president's car is never raffled. Incidentally, I hope the service station brings it back pretty soon.
It'll be back at 4:30 p.m. on the dot. Mal said so.
Mal? Who is Mal?
It's a new garage in Ivy. Mal's garage. I took it there to be serviced because I like those signs he puts up all over, you know? The happiest cars in town are maladjusted.
Good heavens. Neurotic piston ring.
But if it isn't to be raffled, what does it matter when we get the car back?
Well, although it isn't raffled, my pet, the president's car is always requisitioned to drive the student king and queen of the ball. And so are we. Traditionally,
dear. Well, that must be Bill. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye, dear. And remember, a time-honored tradition now rests on your shoulders. Pick your winners fairly and squarely. No peeking at the tickets. Break clean as your hand leaves the bowl.
He's an impatient lad. I'm coming. All right, Bill. Why, Professor Warren. Hello.
Hello, Mrs. Hall. You and the doctor going out?
You'll find William in his study, Professor. I'm the one who's leaving. Bill Davis is picking me up to take me to the raffle drawing.
Oh, yes. It's a wonderful custom. You know, ma'am, I'm downright silly about these old traditions. Just love 'em. They set Ivy apart from other schools. Make it just a little more than an institution of learning. Well, this raffle just happens to be my favorite.
Yeah, I should think so. William tells me that your car brings more money than anyone else's. Proves every year how popular you are. You certainly are the belle of the ball.
That's nonsense. Oh, they want me to drive them all right. But it's because they figure I'm such a doddering old idiot that I can't see what goes on in the back seat.
You're making it up, Dr. Warren. Now, you've been here a long time. Do you happen to know how this particular custom got started?
I do. Confidentially, I started it myself.
Oh, you didn't?
I did, yep. When I was a young professor, ma'am, I was too poor to ask a girl to the prom, and ordinary stags weren't permitted. Well, I did own a horse and buggy of sorts. That was a long time ago. So I figured out this plan to get me to the dance.
Oh.
That's how it all began. Don't you tell anybody. A tradition whose origin is not shrouded in mystery is not a real tradition. Just a habit.
Oh. So that's how they get started.
Yep.
Oh, there's Bill. I'll have to run. I'll see you later, Professor. Dr. Hall's in his study. You go right in.
All right. Goodbye, Mrs. Hall. Well, good afternoon, Dr. Hall.
Ah, Professor Warren.
Your wife told me I'd find you here. Am I interrupting anything?
Not a thing. Come in. I'm glad to see you. Sit down.
Thank you.
Well, Professor, I suppose you've made all your plans for the summer. You're going away for a while?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, that's what I came to see you about. Dr. Hall, I am an old man, over 70. And I've been teaching for 50 years. That's a long time.
Yes, it is. But it's not the length of service that makes a teacher invaluable. It's the amount of service he is capable of giving. Being able to transmit knowledge to young, receptive minds.
Yes, there's a satisfaction in seeing untrained boys and girls turn out to be educated men and women. And in knowing that you've had part in it.
Then your satisfaction should be unlimited, Professor.
Well, I've had my share of it. But there is nothing quite so useless or tiresome as a superannuated pedagogue.
Professor, what are you driving at?
Well, I'm tired, Doctor. One of the reasons. Now with this academic year almost at an end, I'm going to call it quits. I have regretfully decided to retire. To leave, Ivy.
If ever a man has earned a rest, Professor Warren, you have. But I can't tell you what a great loss this will be to Ivy College. And to me, personally. When do you plan to leave?
Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? Well, but what about the baccalaureate service? And surely you intend to drive the winner of your car to the senior prom?
No, Doctor. I have to leave. Particularly before the senior prom.
With Professor Warren. He passed Bill and me on the street as if he didn't see us. And I think he was crying.
I don't blame him. I feel like crying myself. Hello, Bill. Come in.
Hi, Dr. Hall. Is something wrong with the professor?
Well, Yes, you might as well know, Bill. But I'd rather you didn't mention it until the news is made official. Professor Warren is resigning.
Oh, Charlie, no. That nice man.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, excuse me, sir, but he can't leave. It would be like yanking a cornerstone. He's a part of Ivy.
I know how you feel, but now he has decided to part with Ivy. Bill, has anything happened concerning the senior prom that might have made him decide to leave so suddenly?
What do you mean, sir?
I don't know what I mean. He just insisted that he had to leave before the prom.
Oh. Uh-oh.
That's a profound observation. Does it mean something?
Well, Professor Warren looks forward to the prom more than anyone else on the campus.
Yes, and from what he told me, he invented the raffle.
Now, why should he want to get out before it unless he couldn't participate in it?
Well, why couldn't he participate in it?
Well, maybe you haven't noticed, but he hasn't driven his car in more than 3 months. I know he thought it was his secret, Dr. Hull, but, well, you know how the grapevine works. A guy in our class has a brother in med school, and he heard it from a doctor in town. I guess none of us realize that it's quite as bad as it is.
As bad as what is? Bill, what are you talking about?
The professor, sir. He's going blind.
Oh, no.
Well, it doesn't seem possible. Professor Warren, going blind. A man who has spent his whole life lighting the way for others, now being inexorably taken into darkness. Bill, sit down. We must talk about this.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman in just a moment. But first, let's hear how one man found a solution to his heating problem.
It was a hot day, close to 90 in the shade of an office building, and if I hadn't had so many calls to make, I'd have been parked under a willow on my back lawn hoping for a breeze. But as it was, I didn't finish until long after 5. Then, thoroughly worn out by the heat, I headed for the nearest tap room where I took a table and a cross draft. I was mopping my brow when a waiter came up, put a bottle of Schlitz beer and a glass in front of me, and then walked off without a word. I hadn't given him an order, but I was too tired and too thirsty to care. So I poured the Schlitz. It was good and cold, the way I like beer, and drank. Right then, I forgot my backyard, the willow tree, and the breezes that might come my way, and thoroughly enjoyed that moment and that beer. When I looked up, the same waiter was standing there, smiling, and he asked, "Are you enjoying your bottle of Schlitz, sir?" "Never had a beer that tasted so good," I said. "But tell me, how did you know I like Schlitz?" "Well, sir," replied the waiter, "you looked hot and tired, and it did seem to me that a cold bottle of Schlitz would be just the thing." "But wasn't that taking kind of a chance?" I asked. "Perhaps," continued the waiter, "but when a beer tastes so good to so many people that it's the largest selling beer in America, there's very little risk involved." "I know what you mean," I said, raising my glass to his health. "No wonder they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous."
That surround us here today.
And now back to Ivy. It's late afternoon, but the gloom of night has settled over the Hall home. For the past hour, Dr. Hall has been pacing the living room floor.
If I could only think of a way to handle this. Warren is such a proud man, and he's gone to such lengths to keep this a secret.
We'll have to do something. What did the eye doctor say?
He said an immediate operation might save his sight.
Oh, that's wonderful. He must have it done right away.
Yeah, it's an expensive operation, and he's the type of man who would rather go off and hide in some dark corner than ask for help.
Well, but Toddy, the college would help him, wouldn't it? I mean, finance the operation?
Yes, of course. I would see to that. But that's just it. Sometimes, unless you can find exactly the right way to be helpful, it is more charitable to be unhelpful.
Well, if anyone can find the right way, you can. I've no doubt about that.
Vicky, what was that you said when Bill was here?
I said a great many things.
Yeah, but this was something that struck a responsive chord at the time. But I know, you said that the professor had invented this raffle.
Yeah, he told me that he was the one who started it with a horse and buggy.
Is that so?
Yes, he was enormously pleased with himself about it.
Is that so?
Toddy?
Mm-hmm.
You've got an awfully funny look on your face.
Well, it's purely a muscular reaction due to the process of thought. Victoria, it is a proven fact that the face, like gall, est divisa in partes tres. To pure a Caesarean cliché. While this triplicity is not particularly evident when the face is in puris naturalibus, It is...
Yeah, now back up there, Doctor. Back up. It isn't that I don't enjoy hearing you make little Latin sounds. But what does all this foreign double talk mean?
Roughly translated, it means that I'm perching precariously on the edge of an idea, and I would rather topple over the side of it naturally. I don't want to be pushed.
Very well. I won't even give you a nudge.
Oh, Vicky, you're the most amazing woman I know, and the least inquisitive.
No, not the least inquisitive, darling. I am the woman who has her inquisitiveness the least encouraged.
Well, have patience, my darling. I think my idea is beginning to erupt. First thing I have to do is make a phone call.
Ye old livery stable, Norman talking.
This is Dr. Hall of Ivy College talking.
Hi, Doc. How's the bookie business?
The what?
Well, skip it, Doc. It's a gag, see?
Yes, I do see. Norman, do you happen to have a fairly presentable horse and buggy in stock?
A what?
A horse and buggy. That is a livery stable, isn't it?
Well, yeah, Doc. Yeah, but like what's his name Shakespeare said, what's in a name, hey? We ain't seen a horse here since Seabiscuit stopped by for tea on his way to the Derby. Ye old livery stable is a sort of a whimsical name, you know? Like in tradition, you know?
Yes. I'm beginning to know about tradition. Well,
Hey, wait a minute. Come to think about it, we got an old beat-up type buggy out in back, if that'll help, but no horse.
Well, I have to let you know. As what's-his-name said, never put the cart before the horse.
Come again?
That's a gag, hey? Goodbye, Norman. Vicky, I've discovered that the horse seems to be extinct in Ivy. We'd better find the skeleton of one and add it to our museum before it's too late. So I did locate a buggy of sorts,
A horse buggy, Toddy? For Professor Warren?
Exactly. He could manage that kind of a rig without exposing his failing eyesight. This way, I'm sure I could persuade him to stay over. And it would give us a little more time to work out a plan to get him to accept money for his operation.
What a wonderful idea.
I'm sorry. The door was open and I walked right in. I had to see you.
Oh, Bill, I'm glad you came. I figured out how we can keep Professor Warren here, if we can find a horse. Right now, I'd give my college for one.
But you can't.
No, I agree. I don't think the Board of Governors would consider one of our four-footed friends fair exchange for Ivy. But if I could find one, I could keep him here for the prom.
Dr. Hall, look, there isn't going to be any prom. There have been 2 meetings since I saw you. The Board of Governors had one. Mr. Wellman called it to vote down the raffle, and they walloped him 19-1. Then we had one, the senior class. We had an idea and voted on it. Listen, you see... That's the story. What do you think of it?
I think it's magnificent.
It's the most sensational thing I ever heard.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get busy.
What time does the professor's train leave?
About 8, I think. You know the Ivy local. Always on time. The engineer's time.
I'll check to make sure before tomorrow night.
And I'll call the livery stable right now. And, oh, the horse.
Don't worry about that, Doctor. You get the buggy, we'll take care of the horse.
Well, I hope you're not being over-optimistic, but I'll leave that up to you. And, Vicky, will you call the professor and ask him to dinner tomorrow?
Dr. Hall, you will make sure that he really plans to leave town.
Oh, Bill, after what you just told me, I'll make his plans. He'll leave town if it's the last thing I do.
Mrs. Hall, that was the best dinner I've had in I don't know how long. You know, I concoct the worst meal ever cooked up by man.
Oh.
You're just lucky that I'm leaving and can't return this invitation.
Well, you're not leaving yet, Professor. There's still over an hour until train time. Have some more coffee.
Thanks, but I think I'd better be on my way. I have a few things to do. I thought I might walk across the campus.
Oh, no. I mean, don't tire yourself out, Professor. You have a long trip ahead of you.
Yes, but I thought I might see a few of the students. I guess nobody knows I'm leaving. At least no one stopped by the house. But I suppose with graduation and the prom and all, they're busy. Yes, that's it. They're busy. What's all the hullabaloo out there?
I don't know. But we can't have Faculty Row disturbed in this unseemly manner.
No, it is awfully unseemly.
Hey, come on, Professor. Vicky, we'd better see what this is all about.
But I don't understand all this.
Well, they seem to be cheering for you, Professor.
Me? Why? What is this? What have they got out there? Sounds like there are 1 million of them.
There are exactly 97 of them. And that's a buggy they've got with them.
Your chariot awaits, Professor. Come on. We're going to take you to the station.
But, Bill, this is awfully nice. But have you just got a buggy? Haven't you got a horse?
97 of them, Professor. You've hauled us around for a good many years. Now it's our turn to return the favor. Oh, before we go, here, this is for you. It's not a going away present, it's a coming back present.
Thank you, Bill. My glasses are a little clouded. It's a piece of paper. It's a note.
Yes, it's a note, all right. Payable on presentation at any bank. It's a check for $2,000.
Yep, it's the money from the raffle. It really belongs to you, Professor. Take it and use it any way you like. Only one condition. Come back. Our class wants you here at Ivy. Oh, now listen, if we don't get going, you'll miss your train. You're about to meet the horseiest senior class in history. Come on.
Oh, Charlie, look. The whole senior class harnessed up, pulling the buggy.
Yes.
I don't think I'll ever forget it. There they go.
Yes. And there goes their senior prom. Vicky, there's a big place in this world for those boys and girls.
Aren't they wonderful? I'm awfully afraid I'm going to cry.
Well, then, let's go inside. If he has a crying wife to comfort Vicky, it's nice to have a house around a man.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Herb Butterfield, Arthur Q. Bryan, Peter Leeds, and Sheldon Leonard. Tonight's script was written by Cameron Blake and Don Quinn. Music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Coming now is the dashing and daring Falcon on NBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents transcribed The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, the Halls of Ivy.
The halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's Saturday afternoon, and the Ivy campus has the deserted air of a United States destroyer when the crew is away on shore leave. But there are two still on deck, Commodore William Todhunter Hall, otherwise known as the president of Ivy, and his good mate, the former Victoria Cromwell of the English Theater. There's reason for the Halls to be aboard, but to Dr. Hall, the reason is far from good.
I don't know why I stand for it. Year after year, I lose pounds. My nerves are shattered by the mere anticipation of it.
But they love it so, Toddy. It's such an event for them to look forward to. They don't have much fun, you know.
My dear Victoria, to use the word fun when speaking of the Ivy Women's Civic Reform League is ridiculous. Self-improvement is rarely fun, particularly when the necessity for it is so evident.
Dr. Hall, please remember you are speaking of an organization which I have been invited, even urged, to join.
And which for 5 years, to my certain knowledge, you have successfully ducked. I wish you luck for the next 5.
Put 5 more on it for me. The one real inducement is that I could at least hear you read a poem to them once a year. Personally, I think it's much too good for them.
If I could get out of this thing, I would gladly give you a personal command performance once a week.
Well, you can't. You've got to be their lion once a year, just as long as you're president of Ivy, unless you don't need their support or their money for the college.
I do. The love of money is the root of all evil. And for Ivy's sake, I'll water the roots. But if it weren't for that horde of women, if there were only a man or two around, I would quite enjoy it. I wouldn't mind once a year exchanging the musty air of the campus for the heady aroma of ham. But to this audience...
Toddy, they're really very nice.
Yeah, but they frighten me. When I think what putty I am in the hands of one woman... Well, this gathering could use me to tighten every loose window pane in America.
You just got opening night jitters.
You think that after appearing before the Women's Civic Reform League 8 years in a row, I'd be a seasoned performer by now.
Yes, too bad you can't have a line of dancing girls for support.
Yes. Most attractive. A chorus of Tarara Boomdier between each verse might really help the box office.
What poem are you doing?
The Eve of St. Agnes. It's a request number, and not my favorite among Mr. Keats's work.
Just what selection would you prefer, Doctor? The shooting of Dan McGrew? Face on the barroom floor? Or Boots?
No, I take my poetry rather seriously, as you know. And while I was a great admirer of Robert's service in my youth...
You are now an ex-serviceman.
But poetry has a function even in this atomic age. Great poets... They catch something of eternal truth in their lines. Those cobwebs of verity which are as strong as steel, holding in suspension the beauty and perception which distinguish us from the rest of the animal kingdom. I hope you wrote that down, my darling. I can use that again sometime.
Yours of July 5th received and contents noted.
Vicky, who's that?
What?
Out the window. That enormous young fellow slinking back and forth in front of the delphiniums.
Oh, yes.
Seen those shoulders before? Isn't that Philip Carnes, our best fullback?
Why, yes, it is. I believe he's known on the campus as Moose, the Texas Moose.
Yes, very aptly named, though our garden is a trifle small for a game preserve. What's he doing out there?
Well, I wouldn't know, Toddy, unless it has something to do with that little talk I had with him in the bookshop this morning.
A football player in a bookshop? Well, was it raining?
No, he'd gone in to use the phone. And he seemed so frightfully depressed. He has a love problem, Toddy, and I gave him some very constructive advice.
Oh, I'm sure you were very helpful. What advice did you give this love-torn giant?
I advised him to come and see you.
Oh.
Well, that's what I always advise everybody. I figure I like to see you, so why shouldn't everyone?
Well, thank you. A nice sentiment, although the secretary is definitely none.
I must say I didn't expect him so soon. I know you don't want to be disturbed right now.
Well, he seems quite undecided about coming in. Maybe if we're very quiet, he'll go away.
I believe he is going away.
Well, if he is, he'd better start. Anything as large as that will take several hours to get hull down on the horizon.
No, he's coming back. Oh, can't you see him for a few minutes?
Oh, whatever his problem is, I'm sure it'll keep one more day. Young men have a tendency to magnify these things. Well, he can't be as miserable as he looks. Such trivial things as this shouldn't be permitted to. Oh, well. Philip.
Yes, sir?
Come in.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Hall, I suspect you of having nice instincts. In fact, I've been collecting evidence of it for years, and I had you just about convicted.
Well, I might as well see him now and get it over with. I'll probably have a very busy schedule at the college tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday.
Oh, well, Sunday will be a busy day, too. Getting the hammock out of the basement, stringing it up, lying in it, getting out and stringing it tighter.
I'll leave you two alone for your man-to-man talk.
Oh, you make me feel like Judge Hardy.
Yeah. Well, you have the large economy-sized Mickey Rooney to deal with, Judge. I hope it's interesting.
Come in, Philip.
Thank you, sir.
Right in here. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you'd better take the large chair.
All right. Gee, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't see that smoking stand. They call me the Moose, you know, and it's not because I'm so graceful.
I'm sure it wasn't your fault, Philip. You know, since you came in, the entire room seems to have shrunk. Please visit us often. You make me feel quite dainty. Well, how's spring training coming along?
Just fine, sir. Just fine. I suppose you wonder why I suppose you know why I came over to see you.
Well, Mrs. Hall did mention something about a problem.
You probably think I'm kind of dopey, bothering you about something like this.
Oh, not at all. Now, if you just tell me what your problem is.
All right, sir, I will. It's about my girl, Dolores Whitaker. I met her the first of this semester in Chem Lab. We shared the same Bunsen burner. We didn't talk too much at first, just chemistry stuff like H2O. That's water.
Yes, I know. And as a morsel of knowledge to share with one's love, it's a little damp, but it's a definite beginning.
Sure. Well, I asked her to go to my fraternity dance, but she had a date with a guy named Joe Shellhammer. You know Shellhammer, he's that tennis player. I saw us flapping around in white flannels. Well, I didn't like to ask her to break a date with him. But on the other hand, if she did go with Shellhammer...
Philip, I don't mean to rush you, but couldn't we get to the heart of the matter?
Oh, yes, sir. Well, anyhow, we've been going steady for the last 6 months. We have our own private code. It's a love code in Latin.
Well, Latin is the parent of the Romance languages. And at the age of 12, I furthered my own amours with a species of code in Pig Latin. There's a girl named Wilma Crumb. She's now a police matron.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, every morning when I pass her in the hall, I say to her, Amo amasamat. And she says to me, Amama samari samant.
Oh, yes. First conjugation, present indicative of the verb amo, meaning to love.
We've been doing that every morning for 6 months. I say to her, Amo amasamat, and she answers, Amama samari samat.
Philip, if you pardon my saying so, I not only deplore the monotony of your linguistic exchange, but the nature of your problem still escapes me.
Oh, well, here it is. Yesterday, when I said to her, Amo amasamat, she didn't amama samari
samat. She didn't what?
That's my problem. Why didn't she?
Well...
Maybe she doesn't love me anymore.
I wouldn't jump to conclusions, Philip. She may simply have forgotten.
Forgotten? That's just it. People forget only what they want to forget. I learned that in Psychology 1A.
Oh. Well, I don't believe that's irrefutable evidence that her affections towards you have cooled. She may have had something else on her mind. Girls are not always thinking of boys, you know. Sometimes they think of clothes, particularly if they are about to meet a boy.
That indicates an unconscious resentment of the love object. Something else on her mind, I mean. I learned that in psychology, too.
Oh, my dear Philip, I'm beginning to think that, like knowledge, a little psychology can be a dangerous thing. The human skull has 7 apertures. This permits a sound, sensible thought to escape in a different way every day of the week.
Well, this thing is really getting me down. Overnight, I've gone from 220 pounds down to 218.
Well, Cupid has always exacted his pound of flesh, but 2 in your case. You're a large target for an arrow, you know.
I must be getting neurotic. Maybe I ought to be analyzed.
My only suggestion is that you select a psychiatrist with a sturdy couch. Otherwise, it might break down before you do.
You're ribbing me now, Dr. Hall. I guess I deserve it.
Oh, no, forgive me, Philip. I really want to help you.
I know this all sounds pretty goofy, but every morning when I meet Dolores in the hall and she says those few words, it's like telling me she loves me all over again. It makes me feel good. It picks me up for the whole day. I go around saying to myself, Moose, you're a lucky stiff. She really loves you. I guess it's kind of hard for anyone else to understand.
Philip, I'm going to tell you something I've never told anyone before. About an hour from now, I'm going to recite a poem for a local group. Something I do every year. It's not an earth-shaking event, but it's important to the organization which sponsors it. Every year when they call on me, I stand up to face that audience with my knees trembling, and then I reach into my coat pocket, and I'll find a note. It's a note from my wife. Just a few lines of encouragement. She never fails. Oh, it's a small thing, Philip, but it's very important to me. So you see, I do understand.
Yes, sir, I guess you do. Funny, you never think of older people doing things like that.
One of the compensations for being older people is a certain increase in understanding and a slight dulling of supersensitiveness. One is not so slowed down by being cut to the quick. When young people are in love, they tend to be upset by little things. If you allow yourself to be unduly hurt by every tiny act of inattention, it's like not seeing the forest for the trees.
Say, that's a good way to put it.
It always has been. But perhaps you'll take the word of an older man who may be just a little bit more experienced about these things. I was about to say wiser, but that's a different thing. Experience and wisdom are bedfellows, but sometimes experience snores too loudly.
Well, gee, thanks, Dr. Hall. I'm going to run over and see Dolores right now. Gosh, I knocked it over again.
Honey?
Oh, come in, my dear.
Yeah. Where's Philip?
I'm down here, Miss Hall. I'm afraid I got ashes all over the rug. I'm trying to brush them up.
Oh.
Yes, Vicky, you just missed a very thrilling play. Philip straight-armed the smoking stand, reversed his field, eluded the easy chair, then crashed over for a touchdown under the piano.
I'm sorry I wasn't here to lead the cheering section. I came in to see what coat you're going to wear today, Toddy.
Oh, the dark blue, I think.
All right. I'll get it out and give it a good brushing. We can't give the ladies a dusty prep, see? I'll be back in a minute.
There you are, Philip. Every year she finds some excuse to whisk my coat away for a few moments.
This is when she puts the note in your pocket?
This is it.
Gee, love is wonderful. Isn't it, Dr. Hall?
It is, Philip. You may quote me on that. Oh, not as the author of the statement, but as an enthusiastic endorsement.
Well, good night, Dr. Hall, and thanks a million.
Not at all, Philip. Good night. It was a lover and his lass with a hey and a ho and a hey nonny no. When birds do sing, hey ding-a-ding-a-ding. With a hey and a ho, I don't know how it goes. My suit ready, Victoria?
Yes. And while you're changing, I'll get some tea and sandwiches ready. It won't take long. You just listen for the patter of little caraway seeds.
Wonderful. Well, I suppose the note is in the right-hand pocket as you... No. Where's the left one, then? Just so we don't get in a rut. Or perhaps the breast pocket. No, only the handkerchief. That leaves the inside one, then. As the old saying has it, things are always in the last place you look because after you find them, you don't look anymore. So Well, she forgot it. This is a novelty. A professor with an absent-minded wife.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colman in just a moment. But first, let's hear how a man went on a fishing trip and had beginner's luck.
Well, it wasn't my idea to go trout fishing. It was Harry's. He talked me into a fishing outfit and into a trout stream before I could say Isaac Walton. Once I was hip deep in water, Harry vanished to try his luck downstream. I was left with a fly-casting manual in one hand and a rod in the other. With uncanny precision, I proceeded to lodge my hook in a clump of trees, a cluster of daisies, and finally in the seat of my fishing trousers. Well, after an hour or two, my dry lure, completely discouraged by such rough treatment, sank beneath the surface where it caught on an object that I couldn't budge. When I investigated, I discovered that I'd hooked the fish net loaded with cans of Schlitz beer that had been put in the water to cool. Well, Harry showed up just then, and I said, "How do you like that, a whole afternoon of fishing and not a nibble?" "Oh, on the contrary," said Harry, opening 2 cans of Schlitz and handing me one. "You seem to have made the best catch of all. You know, it's not for nothing that Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America." Well, I lifted the can of Schlitz and drank. "Come to think of it, I believe you're right," I said. "When a beer tastes this good, it's no wonder they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous."
That surround us here today.
As we return to the halls, we find Dr. Hall about to leave for his annual poetry reading at the Women's Civic Reform League. But it's a disturbed Dr. Hall, because Vicky has apparently forgotten her usual note of encouragement and support.
I'm sorry young Phillips broke into your time with his love problems.
Oh, I'm quite used to that by now, Vicky. I've spent so much time policing undergraduate affairs of the heart. I feel like a combination of Beatrice Hoover and J. Edgar Fairfax.
I don't suppose you're free to tell me what it was all about. Though I don't know why a boy who wears his heart on his sleeve should object to a passerby listening to it beat.
Well, it seems he was quite upset because his young lady friend failed to... No, it's too inconsequential to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I see. The masculine code of honor. Never discuss man-to-man talk. Well, anyhow, it's time for you to be going.
What
is it?
I forgot what I was going to say. It's not like you. You never seem to forget anything. Oh. Practically never, anyway.
Yes. Toddy, hadn't you better get started?
Yes, I suppose I should. Well, goodbye, Vicky.
Goodbye. What's the matter? Have you forgotten something?
No, I believe I have everything. I hope I have, anyway. Goodbye, darling.
Goodbye.
Oh, well.
Oh, Toddy.
Yes, Vicky. What is it?
I almost forgot something.
Yes, what is it?
Do you have a clean handkerchief?
Oh. Yes. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Oh, well.
Ah, there, Skipper.
Good afternoon, Professor Heaslip.
And what poetic gem are you dishing up for the girls today, Skipper? Something, I hope, which will bring a tear to the eye, a throb to the chest, and a tendency to clutter up the exit as they depart.
Are you familiar with Emery Dobson's epitaph to an enervating companion?
Dobson? Epitaph to a... No, Skipper, I'm afraid that one has passed me by.
Well, I was just testing your knowledge, Heaslip. I'm really doing The Eve of St. Agnes by John Keats, by request. It's not the selection I would have chosen had I been given a free hand, but with a command performance, one doesn't question the sense of the command.
How right you are, Skipper, how right you are. Mrs. Heaslip, you know, is a moving spirit in the Ladies' Civic Reform League. A crusader, a local Joan of Arc. She hears voices. Yours by preference, Skipper.
Very kind of her, I'm sure. Very kind, very kind.
You appear rather more preoccupied than your attainments as a public poetry reader would seem to necessitate, Skipper. Everything well in hand? Acknowledgement of the introduction all prepared? Got the notes, the throat lozenges?
Yes, I have everything, thank you, Heaslip. And if there is anything which I am missing, I'm sure it's nothing which should perturb an adult mind, one which refuses to make a tragedy of an incident.
I don't follow you, Skipper.
That's very tactful of you, Heaslip. This is my errand, and I must go it alone. Good day to you.
Carry on, Skipper. Gad, what a mournful fellow.
Dr. Hall?
Yes?
I'm Dolores Whitaker.
Oh?
I'm a friend of Philip. You know, the moose.
Oh, yes, Dolores Whitaker, of course.
Philip told me about the talk he had with you. Thank you, Dr. Hall. Thank you so much.
I'm glad if I was of any help.
Like you said to Philip, we all have to develop a sense of perspective about these things. When two people have a real relationship, it's silly to be hurt about little things.
Yes, isn't it? Quite silly.
It's like, well, Philip says it's like not seeing the forest for the trees.
And I must say Philip has an ear for a good resounding cliche.
Hasn't he, though? Well, thank you again, Dr. Hall. I know Philip will always be grateful for your advice. Jiminy, when I think how a trifling little thing like that might have busted us up forever.
Oh, my dear, there's a remarkable thing about advice. It's like bitter medicine. So much easier to give it than to take it. And quite often the advisor should save a big, dripping spoonful of it for himself.
And now, ladies, pièce de résistance. Every year, we are honored by the presence of the president of our university, who joins with us in paying tribute to the great poets of yesterday and today. Today's selection, The Beautiful Eve of St. Agnes, by Browning.
Pardon me, Keats.
I'm sorry. The Eve of St. Agnes, by Robert Keats.
John.
Oh, what am I thinking of? John Keats, of course. It was chosen by our gracious chairwoman for 1950, Mrs. Grace Heaslip.
Mrs. Heaslip?
But before I present this treat of the afternoon, I would like to take a few minutes to tend
They are frightening, aren't they? And, Vicky, I do miss your notes. It's the first time you've ever forgotten anything like that.
Doctor, you dropped something.
I beg your pardon, madam?
When you pulled out your handkerchief to wipe your glasses, you dropped this slip of paper.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Vicky.
Oh, not Vicky, Doctor. Helen.
Thank you, Helen. Madam. Dear Toddy, do a good show. Thinking of you every minute. Bless you, Vicky.
That's the main purpose of this meeting, ladies. It is my great honor and pleasure.
Vicky.
Oh, Toddy, you're home. How did it go?
Never better. I took 4 bows. Although I may have forced the last one a bit. Milking it, I believe it's called.
I doubt that very much. You probably ran off stage to screams of encore. Did you find my note?
Yes, my darling, I found it. In my breast pocket. Between my handkerchief and my heart. But, Vicky...
Yes, Toddy?
I'm glad I found it, but it didn't have to be there, you know. You're so close to me at all times that a mere note, on mere paper, is mere trimming. I loved it. But I love you so much more that I don't need words, written or spoken. And, remind me sometime to thank the Texas Moose for helping with my education. By the way, do you remember your Latin?
Oh, I can mess around with an irregular verb here and there. So I'm afraid if Julius Caesar asked me to lunch, we'd have rather rough going. Why?
How about Amoa Masamat?
No, don't rush me, Julius. Oh, yes. Amamas Amatas a man.
Splendid. Vicky, you just made a dead language sit up and smile.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Be sure to see Ronald Coleman's latest picture, Champagne for Caesar. We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Ellen Reed, Gloria McMillan, Lois Corbett, and Robert Easton. Tonight's script was written by Gene Stone, Jack Robinson, and Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolfe, and transcribed by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Next, hear The Falcon on NBC.
The Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company presents The Halls of Ivy, its closing program for the semester, and would like to take this moment to thank you not only for your attendance at Ivy, your thousands of complimentary letters and friendly messages, but for your very evident interest in Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. We hope that come the fall reopening, see your local papers for the exact day and time, we'll find you again enrolled in our college to audit the course, as they say in academic circles. And now, The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
That surround us here today.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. Night has descended upon the Ivy campus. The athletes have surreptitiously stubbed out their last illegal cigarettes of the day. The weary professors have settled down with their restoration novels or gone to Western movies. The Kappas and the Deeks and the Sigs and the Fidels have gone to their Greek slumbers. And at the powerhouse, the home of Dr. William Todhunter Hall, president of Ivy, and his wife Victoria, formerly of the English stage, the Sandman is getting a trifle impatient, as the doctor says...
You still awake, Victoria?
I'm sorry, darling. Did the light waken you?
Can't you sleep?
I'm about to. I've been turning a problem over in my mind, looking for a solution. I think I've found it.
That's fine. Good night, darling.
Good night. Do you know Annie Bell?
Hmm?
Do you know Annie Bell?
How does it go?
It's not a song, it's a girl.
That's fine. Sleep well, darling.
Thank you. You too. She's the problem.
That's fine. Pleasant dreams.
Same to you. I found her in tears this afternoon in front of the administration building. I introduced myself and asked her what the matter was. Guess what she said?
Oh.
Annie Bell.
How does it go?
She said she was graduating from Ivy High this summer and that she'd applied for admission to Ivy College and been accepted. And now her father won't let her attend.
Well, why not?
Well, he doesn't seem to believe in higher education. She's heartbroken, but he refuses to budge.
That is a problem. You say you have a solution?
An excellent solution.
What is it?
I'm putting the entire matter in your hands. Good night.
Good night. In my hands. Victoria, what have I to do with it? What have I to do with Annie Bell?
Who?
Annie Bell.
How does it go?
Vicky, I can't interfere in a family relationship.
No, but she's a brilliant student. You're always saying how much you want brilliant students at Ivy.
Yes, but I can't go about capturing them with butterfly nets.
Well, Toddy, she wants so very much to be one of us. And her father's so dead set against her going to college. You should hear the things he says.
What does he say? If it's anything you can repeat to my unsophisticated ears.
He says Ivy is overrated. The faculty members are crackpots. You are a pantywaist. The governor's a knucklehead. The curriculum's a batch of junk.
That's enough, Vicky. That's enough. Pantywaist? What's her name? Annie Bell?
Yes. Her father is Ira Bell.
Ira... Oh, you mean the member of the Ivy City Council?
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, no, Vicky. I'm sorry. Now, I positively can't interfere. The friction between the town and the gown is too great as it is.
Well, you could speak to the man, Tom.
Oh, I'm sorry. No. I'd merely seem officious, if not impertinent.
Annie told me she's in the park every Sunday morning with her father. Why not chat with him tomorrow when we're out walking the dog?
No reason at all. Except we haven't got a dog.
Well, we'll walk Professor Quincannon's dog.
Let Quincannon walk his own dog. Or vice versa. It's large enough. I remember when that dog was a tiny puppy, you could hold in the palm of your hand. Now the only way he can be distinguished from a large horse is that horses almost never try to sit on your lap. No, I want nothing to do with Quincannon's dog.
They're all away for the weekend, and I promised to look after the animal. So please say you'll speak to Mr. Bell, Toddy.
Let me think about it, Victoria. I'll decide during breakfast, all right?
I suppose so. Good night, darling.
Good night. Pantywaist, indeed.
Toddy, what a heavenly day. Smell the grass.
Yes, lovely. Now, where is that animal?
Oh, chasing butterflies, I suppose. The last... Oh, there's Annie.
Well?
No, over there, on the bench. Is that her father?
Yes, that's Councilman Bell. Vesuvius Bell.
I thought it was Ira.
No, Vesuvius is his nickname. He's the Mauna Loa of the Ivy Council. Constantly in eruption. Well, wish me luck. I'm about to take the bell by the horns.
Yeah, indeed.
Good morning, Mr. Bell.
Morning.
Victoria, may I introduce Mr. Mr. Bell? Mr. Bell is on the Ivy City Council.
How do you do, Mr. Bell?
Yeah. Meet my daughter, Annie, Dr. and Mrs. Hall. He's president of Ivy.
How do you do, Doctor? Mrs. Hall. How do you do?
How do you do? I didn't know you had a daughter this age. Why, she must be ready for college.
Oh, I am. I
Yes. What she's ready for is to go to work until such time as she meets someone who can provide for her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know things were going that badly for you.
Bad? For me? I could send her to college for the next 50 years if I wanted.
Then why don't you?
What for? She can cook, sew, and take care of a house. What could she get at college?
An education.
Look, I know what you're going to say, Mrs. Hall. Let the girl go to college if she wants. I ain't blaming you. It's your husband's bread and butter. But I see it as a waste of time. Not worth a buffalo nickel.
Well, I'm sorry you think so, Mr. Bell.
Let's change the subject. That your dog? What kind is it?
His parentage is obscure. But he could probably take a prize for best of all breeds, because I'm sure he is all breeds.
Good-looking hound. Here, boy.
Oh, Papa, don't. You know dogs don't like you.
This one does, don't you, boy? He snapped at me.
I am so sorry.
Why ain't that dog kept on a lead?
Oh, he's a gentle animal as a rule.
You should have had him on a lead.
Well, there's no sign in the park that says he has to be.
Well, there's going to be a lot of signs all over the park, you hear me? I'll see to that. It'll be the first business before the council in the morning. Only a fathead would let a bad-tempered mutt like that run loose. A lot of good your education has done you.
Gentlemen. Now, is there any new business?
Mr. Chairman?
Mr. Bell.
Yesterday in the park, a dog running loose come along and took a nip at me. That's a threat to the safety of everybody in town. I move that signs be put up all over the park. I've wrote one out. No dogs must be brought into this park except on a lead.
Mr. Chairman, is a private citizen permitted to speak at this council meeting? Is it open?
Oh, it's you, Dr. Hall. I thought I saw you sitting there. Yes, you're allowed to speak.
Oh, thank you. I object to the wording proposed by Councilman Bell. Will he repeat it, please?
No dogs must be brought into this park except on a lead.
Well, does that mean it's all right to take the lead off the dog once it's in the park? I suggest the councilman could stand some education, particularly in the use of the English language.
Mr. Chairman, I don't need no highfalutin...
Mind your temper, Ira.
It don't need an education to put up a sign in the park. I take back that sign and I offer this one. Dogs are not allowed in this park without leave.
Now, Mr. Chairman, such a sign is addressed to the dogs and not to the owners. Is the dog supposed to read the sign and then trot home and put on a lead? Councilman Bell's education seems to me...
Order in here. Order!
Mr. Chairman, here's one he can't object to. Owners of dogs are not allowed in this park unless they keep them on leash.
Oh, that means that if I want to walk in the park without my dog, I must first put a lead on it, even if the dog stays at home. If that's what Councilman Bell had in mind, I think he stated it remarkably well, because...
Order! Dr. Hall, are you trying to hold this council up to ridicule?
Oh, certainly not, Mr. Chairman. Possibly you wouldn't mind framing this simple order.
Well, it should read... dogs who... people whose dogs... that is... dogs owned by people... I ain't got a dog. Anyhow, I'm chairman here.
With the greatest respect, sir, it appears to me that Councilman Bell's education has been neglected, and that this matter should be referred to someone with enough knowledge of English...
I don't need no long-haired pantywaist to tell me what...
Order!
Make him squeal if it's the last thing I do.
Papa, stop pounding the table. The coffee will spill
Nuts
off.
to the coffee.
Would you like me to make up a sign for you?
Oh, so you're on Hall's side. You don't think your old man can do it? Well, I don't need no help.
Well, you better get it right this time. Did you see what the Evening Times says?
What'd it say?
If a city councilman cannot concoct a simple sign, he should retire. If he refuses to retire, he should be recalled. Councilman Bell's demonstrated ignorance...
Never bring that paper into this house again. It's communistic. Trying to undermine the city government.
This is giving me a headache. I'm going out.
Yes? Who is it?
Annie Bell. May I see you for a moment?
Oh, of course, my dear. Come up on the porch.
Hello, Dr. Hall.
Hello, Annie. I'm glad you came by. We were thinking about you.
Oh?
You know, it occurred to us during dinner that you might have to bear the brunt of the strong feelings unleashed at the council meeting this morning. Are you all right?
Yes, thank you. I'm all right.
You're quite sure?
Oh, yes. But Papa isn't so good. His pride's awful hurt.
Well, I had no idea when I started all this that it would have such consequences. I'd like to speak to your father, Annie, and ask him if we couldn't settle this matter without
You'll
any...
speak to him, all right. What's cooking around here, anyway? I figured you'd come here, Annie. You go on straight home.
Now, Mr. Bell, just a moment. Don't go, Annie.
I ain't interested in nothing you got to say.
Yes, but don't let your temper interfere with your good sense, man. I want to talk to you about calling this whole thing off.
Call it off?
Yes. Have you any idea of the results of this morning's council meeting? My mail is full of letters, crackpot and otherwise. I've been deluged with requests to appear on television shows.
Well, it's your own fault for meddling.
Oh, I'm not the only sufferer, and it's even begun to affect public welfare. Do you know that crossing the square today we saw a fist fight? 2 men bludgeoning each other over a difference in opinion as to the correct wording of the sign. That sort of thing can spread, you know. I'm sincerely sorry, Belle, that I permitted a slight annoyance to get the better of my judgment.
Well, maybe I went off kind of half-cocked myself. When I was a young man, I had an awful temper. My old man said I ought to take treatments for it. I asked him what kind of treatments, and he said I needed shots. Two of them through the head. Well, what do you suggest?
Simply that I will not be at the meeting tomorrow. You can then say that you feel the matter of signs in the park should be dropped. And in 24 hours, the whole thing will be forgotten.
You sure you won't be at that meeting?
I promise. You know, all of this started through a sincere desire on my part to point out the advantages of a good education for your daughter. She's a fine girl, Mr. Bell. A real thirst for knowledge. I'm amazed that a man of your means would stand in her way, but, as you say, she knows how to cook, sew, and keep house, and that's enough.
Until the right man comes along to take care of her.
Well, the right man has come along. Vicky, don't you think it's time for Annie to go to work?
Yes. Mr. Bell, your training has fitted Annie for one thing, if nothing else, and we'll be very happy to take advantage of it. Annie?
Yes, Mrs. Hall?
Will you do something for me?
Anything.
Then I want you to come and take care of us. Cook, sew, do all the housework.
Naturally, we will pay you fair wages.
Hi, daughter. Why, you...
You've trained her well, Mr. Bell. And, Annie...
Yes, sir?
This way, in your spare time, you could work your way through college.
As your maid?
Yes. Now, if your father wants to know what's cooking, tell him you are.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
We'll return to the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colman in just a moment. But first, let's hear from a man who got a wrong number that turned out all right.
It was one of those hot, humid evenings last week, and I was slouched in a lounge chair on the terrace trying to get cool when the telephone rang. I glanced over at Mary, but she had that ladies be seated look that wives get, so I climbed out of my chair and went inside to answer the phone. A party on the other end said, "Mr. Edmonds, we'll have that order of yours out to you in a few minutes. I just want to check and see whether you wanted your case of Schlitz beer cold or not." "Well, I'm sorry," I said. "I think you have the wrong number. My name is Moran, and the phone number is 2076M. But, say, could you have one of those cases dropped off at my place? And I'd like mine cold." Well, he took down my address, thanked me for the order, and hung up. When I returned to the terrace, I just told Mary it was the wrong number. A few minutes later, the delivery truck pulled up. I met the man at the kitchen door, paid him, and then poured 2 glasses of Schlitz beer. "Well, aren't you the little surprise party?" Mary said when I explained what had happened. And we sat back, relaxed, and I felt considerably cooler. That Schlitz beer certainly hit the spot. "You know, Mary," I said, "it's no wonder Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. If it tastes this good to everyone who tries it, I can understand why they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous."
That surround us here today.
Returning to the Halls of Ivy, we find Dr. and Mrs. Hall awaiting the arrival of Messrs. Wellman and Merriweather, who have phoned rather urgently requesting that the Halls be at home.
Are you going to be accused of kidnapping Annie Bell, Toddy? What do you think it's about the council meeting?
Well, we'll soon find out when our 2 friends arrive.
Toddy, your language, please. You're speaking of Mr. Wellman.
Oh, sorry. Let's say our friend Merriweather and his friend.
I'm surprised we haven't heard him screaming on the way.
All this pother. You know, Vicky, when the thesis I wrote for my doctorate was published, no one took notice. When I won the fight to make Greek optional rather than mandatory here at Ivy, nobody sent up skyrockets. And when I instituted the Great Books course, a veritable revolution in American education, the news appeared in one paper between a photo of a man who could hold 6 golf balls in his mouth and an ad proclaiming the merits of a depilatory. But now, simply because I'm trying to direct a young girl down the path she should be taking, my next newspaper photo will probably be just my head. Off. And if I ever get
hold
another...
on to it with both hands. I like it where it is. I'll let them in.
Build a better mousetrap indeed. What do you catch? Mice. If a man wants to make pest control his life's work, that's all very well, but don't come to me.
William, we have visitors.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Wellman. And Mr. Merriweather, this is a pleasant surprise. Won't you sit down?
Dr. Hall, I'll be brief and to the point.
Dr. Hall, it's good to see you again. You're looking fine. Don't know how you do it. Only exercise you seem to take is lifting Bartlett's quotations off the shelf and putting it back again.
And that only a few times a week, Mr. Merriweather. You seem to be fit, too.
Dr. Hall, I'll be brief and to the point. I feel...
Well, I feel fit. I feel more than fit.
Dr. Hall, I'll be brief and to the point. This matter...
I always feel that way this time of the year. You know, you wouldn't think an old buck like me'd ever again get the urge to put vine leaves in his hair and go frolicking, would you? But I do. I do. Up early every morning helping the peasants trampling out the orange juice. Well, Clarence, you're just going to sit there like a mummy. We're supposed to be here on business. Start talking.
Dr. Hall,
and Clarence, keep it brief and to the point.
Dr. Hall, at the meeting of the Board of Governors this afternoon, Mr. Merriweather and I were appointed a committee of 2 with the duty of bringing to your attention, as it were, the views of the entire board, so to speak.
Did you know they used to call Clarence here the boy orator of the River Platte when he was in high school? And I've just figured out why. The Platte River is very long, not very deep, and winds all over the landscape.
Please, I'm trying to...
Dr. Hall, it boils down to this. The board wants your private ruckus with the town council to stop, but quick.
Is the board acquainted with all the facts in the matter?
Dr. Hall, it is always imperative that the relationship between the college and the community be on the most amicable level.
Mr. Wellman...
There is nothing you can say that will change my mind.
Mr. Wellman, if you don't...
I am not in the least interested in any argument you may advance.
Mr. Wellman, I would like
I'm
to say...
I'm convinced your altercation will Councilman Bell can and must be brought to a halt for the good of the school.
Mr. Wellman...
What is it?
You're right.
What did you say?
You're absolutely right.
Clarence.
What is it, Merriweather?
Answer the man. Gad, Doctor. Nobody's ever told Clarence before he was right about anything. It's been a nasty shock for him. You want to sit down, Clarence, till your heart, if any, starts beating again?
Well, I'm sure Mr. Wellman would like to know what I propose to do regarding Councilman Bell. I'm seeing him in a few minutes, and I shall turn in a complete report to the board.
That will be quite satisfactory, Doctor. Was there anything else, Merriweather?
Anything else? No, Clarence. No, I shouldn't think so. As a matter of fact, it's true, isn't it? We just happened to be passing and thought we'd drop in to say hello. Right, Clarence?
Hello? Yes, of course. Hello.
Hello, Clarence. Good day, Doctor and Mrs. Hall.
I'm glad you stopped by, Mr. Bell, now that the excitement's over.
Dr. Hall, you think that exhibition in the council meeting proved that I'm just an ignorant farmer?
Oh, not necessarily. I think, however, it did prove that you were not equipped to meet me or anyone at Ivy in a contest which called for educational ground rules. If you were embarrassed, it was because you issued a challenge to an opponent in a heavier division.
Well, believe me, I've heard plenty about it. Everybody in town has been pulling my ears.
Well, and I'd like to make a confession to you, Mr. Bell, about that sign in the park.
Yeah? What about it?
Well, I was being intentionally picayune about it. I doubt if there is any way to write such a sign that could not be criticized.
So it was just a trick to teach me a lesson.
No.
Well, I've been an obstinate man all my life. Only time I'm really licked is when I find out the other guy's right. That don't happen very often. It did this time.
And your daughter?
Why should she have to work her way through college just on account of her old man's stubbornness?
Well, I think that's a very generous way to look at it.
Not generous at all. I got plenty of money. When you're wrong, you got to pay off. So long, Doctor. Keep an eye on Annie.
I will, Mr. Bell. Good day. And come again.
Ooh, there was such an absolute silence in here I couldn't help coming in. I thought you'd killed each other.
On the contrary, my dear, everything is peaceful. We both hit the sawdust trail, saw the light, and are now walking together, hand in hand, into the sunset.
And while the golden sun is slowly sinking into the western hills, you can sing me the last verse of Annie Bell. How does it go?
The iron hand has been lifted. Now, when the right man comes along, she can not only sew and cook and make the beds, she can assault him with rhetoric and calculus. I hope I haven't ruined an otherwise happy marriage.
I don't think so, Toddy. Well, after all, I could read and write, and we've been happy. But I can still write. In fact, I've written the perfect sign for the park.
You have?
Sure, it's easy.
What does it say?
It says, children and dogs welcome in this park under any and all circumstances.
Now, why couldn't I have thought of that?
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. No wonder it's the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, Vicky and I would like to add our own deep appreciation for your gratifying response to the Halls of Ivy. This, added to our very pleasant association with our offstage Board of Governors, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, has made the presidency of Ivy a most enjoyable experience. Wouldn't you say so, Vicky?
I not only would, Toddy, I do, at frequent intervals. And I don't think we should close the school for the summer without a word of thanks to the faculty. Ken Carpenter, Henry Russell, Nat Wolfe, Don Quinn and his writers, and, well, everybody on the campus. Now then, can you think of a graceful little phrase to bow out with, William?
Well, I might quote another William who could. As Prospero says in The Tempest, our revels now are ended. These our actors, as I foretold you, were all spirits and are melted into air, into thin air. And, like the baseless fabric of this vision, the cloud-capped towers, the gorgeous palaces, the solemn temples, the great globe itself, yea, all which it inherits, shall dissolve. And, like this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a rack behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. Good night.
The preceding program was transcribed. Next.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
that surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. When a student manages to distinguish himself in any field, usually one of the first persons contacted for a statement is the president of his college. That's because under normal conditions, this learned head is supposed to know all about the activities and achievements of his thousands of charges, past and present. So, at the home of Dr. William Todhunter Hall, who is the president of Ivy, and his wife Victoria, the former English actress, we find a reporter from the Ivy News, a Mr. Crane, whose first remark is...
You're the logical one to give me the information I need for a Sunday feature, Doctor. The news item has already been in the Daily. I imagine you saw it.
Whatever the news item was, Mr. Crane, it's highly unlikely that I did see it. Lately, the press of work has kept me from the press, so to speak.
But this article was about one of your students, Lesliehoff.
Lesliehoff? Oh, yes, Hoff. Hoff?
Yes. Yes, what was your reaction to the news about his award?
Well, it's quite possible that my wife can tell you even better than I how I reacted. Victoria?
Well, you were completely surprised, bowled over, flabbergasted, absolutely dumbfounded.
I think that conveys my attitude quite adequately, dear. Thank you.
Struck all of a heap. You're welcome.
Yes. I certainly am. Struck all of a...
After all, it isn't every day that an Ivy student gets an award from the National Art Foundation for his painting entitled Portrait of My Buddy, drawn from memory. Is it, dear?
Oh, yes, I see. Yes. Good heavens. No, of course it isn't. No. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you.
I guess the painting is giving the critics a field day. They're pretty divided in their opinion of it, but you know how critics are. I think they draw lots to see who sneers and who cheers.
Well, critics are an odd breed, Mr. Crane. They seem to thrive on a reverse plan for existence. United they fall, divided they stand.
I've often heard it said that a critic is a man who gets two seats on the aisle, one for himself and one for his opinion of himself.
Have you seen Huff's original painting, Mrs. Hall?
No, just a reproduction. But even that captured the character and purpose that the artist gave to his subject. It's really a remarkable study. A sort of composite of all the young men who have ever fought in a war. Hope and disillusion, fear and courage. Young faces with old eyes.
Yes, it is a remarkable study. But I wondered...
Was there some question in your mind about this portrait, Mr. Crane?
Oh, no. It's just that... Well, of course, you've met Lesliehoff, haven't you, Doctor?
No, Mr. Crane. I'm afraid that, in spite of my wife's valiant effort to save me from disgrace, I'm going to be forced to admit that I know little about this matter. I've been terribly involved in other affairs.
Oh, gosh, that is a surprise, Doc. I can usually count on you. You're my personal newsreel theater.
I know, and I'm sorry to let you down. Perhaps Mrs. Hall can give you some of the information you need about this young man.
No, darling, I can't either. I don't know anything at all about him, only what he's done.
Well, then I'd suggest, Mr. Crane, that we delay this interview until tomorrow. Unless today is the deadline for your Sunday feature.
Oh, no, sir, that can wait. We never make up our Sunday paper until Thursday. We serve it hot.
Good. Vicky, suppose you call this Lesliehoff and ask him over this afternoon. Then tomorrow, I will be a veritable wellspring of information. And will probably gush forth with enough material to last for several Sunday features.
Swell. We'll appreciate any information you can give us, Doc.
All right, and we'll expect to see you tomorrow about the same time, right?
Right. Dr. Hall.
Yes?
I've been reading a lot lately about the situation in endowed colleges, that rising costs are creating something of a crisis on the educational front. And off the record, how does Ivy stand? Got any trouble?
Well, like her sister's schools, she's gained a lot of weight around the budget. But it's nothing that can't be held in shape by a good, firm foundation. Preferably a large-size endowment with a two-way stretch. Now, I really must say goodbye.
Okay, Doc. Be back tomorrow. Goodbye, Mrs. Hall. No, don't bother. I know my way out. How do you like that? A large-sized foundation with a two-way string.
You really wowed him with your wit, Doctor.
Yes, indeed. Bob Todhunter Hope, the academic joy boy.
Yes. Let's get jivey with Ivy.
Yes, my dear, but neither joyful nor jivey, I'm afraid. After all, when a young man brings such honor to Ivy, the least I can do is to know about it. Victoria, much as I appreciate your helping me out while Mr. Crane was here, you should have told me before.
I shouldn't even have helped you.
No? Oh, why not? When you married me, my darling, didn't you promise to love, honor, and get me out of tight situations?
Yes. And you promised to keep me, cherish me, and listen to me, like when I told you all about Lesliehoff yesterday. That look of polite attention you were giving me always means you're not hearing a word. You may fool some people, Doctor, but not Tootsie Cromwell. She's quite acute. Now you're supposed to say quite acute what?
Oh, indeed. I'm pursued for infringement by Fibber McGee. No, thank you, my dear. No, but seriously, don't you think it odd that Crane should have asked me about the state of the college? Especially since it is in such a state.
Oh, nonsense. Well, I think Mr. Crane's question was prompted by interest. And I'm not nearly as worried about the state of the college as I am about the state of its president. You need some breakfast.
Breakfast?
Well, yes, it's something you eat. A healthy little habit you seem to have gotten out of lately.
No, thank you, dear. I'm not hungry.
That's all. I'm going to be firm about this. It is now 10 o'clock, and I happen to know that you've been up since dawn. In fact, this morning you beat the rooster by a full crow.
Well, I'll just have to be more careful. It's the early worm that gets the bird.
Now, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Well, back to my study, to wage bitter battle with the budget. To see if our sinking fund is going down for the third time.
All right, but you're going to have breakfast. I'll bring you some on a tray.
No, darling, really. I couldn't eat a thing.
Buttered toast, dear. That fifth piece was a little dry.
No more, thank you, darling, but I do feel much better. I can now tackle the famous Hall method for reducing the cost of running a campus with renewed energy and vigor. Oh, did you call Lesliehoff?
I wasn't able to reach him. I'll keep trying. It's strange. I don't believe I've ever heard of him before this award, and he's an extremely talented young man. I know I've never seen him.
Mr. Hoff is an artist. He probably spends his time starving to death in the garret of some first-rate fraternity house.
No. He lives at one of the cooperatives. Which one, I don't know. At any rate, he won't have to starve any longer. That award carried substantial cash value.
Which is what all good awards should carry. Cash, or some valuable tribute which is readily negotiable at a pawn shop.
No mood, dear. I get it.
I've often wondered if the 3 golden apples over a pawn shop door represented the fruits of improvidence. Or did the Medicis, those Florentine loan sharks, believe...
It's for you, Toddy, Mr. Wellman, and he sounds quite happy for a change.
Oh, well, I'm sure there's nothing to be alarmed about. He probably just heard that his best friend took a heavy loss on the stock market. Or that an aging aunt just had her mortgage foreclosed. I should think he... Hello? Dr. Hall speaking.
Dr. Hall, I have news.
Well, that's good, I hope.
It is good news. That is excellent news. Have you ever heard of Wilma Marshall?
Well, good heavens, did she win an award, too?
What's that? Did she what?
Oh, it's nothing. Go ahead, Mr. Wellman. What about Wilma Marshall?
Mrs. Marshall is calling on you this afternoon.
Calling on me? But I don't think I know her. And you must realize that I'm very busy.
Not too busy to see Mrs. Marshall. The reason for her visit to you, Dr. Hall, is to discuss an endowment, a gift, which she proposes to make to Ivy.
Well, you don't say so. Is she an alumna?
No, she's never attended Ivy. However, she wishes to give us $500,000, Dr. Hall.
She would... $500,000?
Yes. And since I won't be able to be there, other matters, I hope you will choose to be reasonable.
Well, why should I be unreasonable about $500,000 gift?
That's it. Why should you?
I seldom fly into a rage over donations of that magnitude.
There is no cause for levity, Doctor. Particularly now, when we all know that Ivy can use it. The money, I mean.
Now, wait, Mr. Wellman. What is wrong?
Mrs. Marshall will discuss the matter with you. The board only asks that you be, far-sighted in the matter. I'm sure you will, if you know what's good for you. Goodbye, Dr. Hall.
Goodbye, Mr. Wellman. Well.
What is it, Toddy? Or is it anything you can discuss with a wife?
This afternoon, we are going to receive a visit from a Mrs. Wilma Marshall.
Oh, that's nice. Do we know her?
No, but as Wellman said, we will. Remember that good, firm foundation I spoke of earlier?
The large size endowment for the two-way stretch? Yes. Oh, Toddy, you don't mean that Mrs. Marshall is coming here to give us a fitting?
Better than that. She's about to girdle us with $500,000.
Well, that ought to help put things in shape. Oh, darling, I'm so glad. What a break for you.
I hope so. Only I'm awfully afraid, Vicky, that this girdle is the old-fashioned kind. You know, the kind with strings.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
If you're the sort of person to whom the pleasures of the palate are as much a part of good living as an automobile or a 2-week vacation, then more than likely you'll recall your first taste of Schlitz beer. There's something about the taste of this great beer that people never forget. And a reason for it, one of many reasons, is this: extra mellowing. Yes, for the taste you remember with pleasure, Schlitz beer is mellowed 3 times. First,
Schlitz ages the barley till it's just right for malting.
Second,
Schlitz ages the malt till it's just right for brewing.
Third,
Schlitz ages the beer till it's just right for you.
This extra mellowing has such wonderful results that more people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. This extra mellowing helps to explain why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. It's mid-afternoon now at Ivy, and we find Dr. Hall and his wife Victoria in the living room of their home on Faculty Row, anxiously awaiting the arrival of Mrs. Wilma Marshall, a prospective donor to the college.
Where can she be? She's over an hour late.
Oh, I'm sure she'll get here, dear. After all, how fast can you walk carrying $500,000?
Incidentally, did I tell you I was finally able to reach Lesliehoff? He'll be over this afternoon.
Fine.
And Toddy, guess what?
Wait a minute, Vicky. There's a car coming. No, past us. Now, what were you saying, dear?
I was going to tell you that...
Vicky, wait, excuse me, wait.
Another car?
Yes. No. Yes, it's stopping here. Vicky, how do I look?
Like $1 million.
Well, I'll settle for $500,000.
You are excited about this, aren't you?
Excited? Of course not. Seeing $500,000 walking up the path doesn't even give me a tremor. Look, see? Steady arms, steady hands. Whoops, steady, Hall, there she is. Oh, she does look formidable, doesn't she? Like a Cunard liner, needing 6 or 8 tugs to nudge her into her slip.
What an indelicate remark.
What? Oh, slip, yes. Well, I meant in a nautical sense, of course.
Yeah, well, it was, too. Very nautical. After this, I wish we'd be a little more... Ah, she blows. I'll man the gangway and pipe her aboard.
But don't let go of the tow rope until she's tied up to the dock. That's precious cargo. Oh.
Yeah, indeed. I'll be right back.
Vicky. I love you. Don't think how life would have been if we hadn't met. Yes, it were all one that I should love a bright particular star and think to wed it. Remember who wrote those lines, my darling? It was a countryman of yours, a man named...
Dr. William Hall?
No, dear, William Shakespeare. Oh, I beg your pardon.
William, this is Mrs. Marshall.
How do you do? I'm afraid I was daydreaming a little when you...
I quite understand, Dr. Hall.
Yes, of course. Sit down, won't you?
Thank you. I presume Mr. Wellman told you why I'm making this visit?
Yes, he did mention the reason.
Then I suppose you're wondering why I decided to make an endowment to this particular college.
I rarely question the motives which prompt such generous acts, Mrs. Marshall. My curiosity is usually smothered in gratitude.
I have here a small reproduction of the painting. Are you familiar with it, Dr. Hall?
May I see it? No, I don't believe that I am.
William, that's Lesliehoff's painting, the one that received the award.
Of course.
Yes, portrait of my body drawn from memory. This, Doctor, is the reason I propose to make a gift to Ivy College.
But I don't quite... do you know the artist, this Lesliehoff?
I haven't the slightest idea who he is.
I must confess, Mrs. Marshall, that I'm a little confused. If you don't know him...
The painting is of a boy I knew well. My son, Gene Marshall.
Oh.
He was killed in the war.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's over now, and I'm not asking for sympathy. The point is that Gene's friend, his buddy, is a student at Ivy. Because of that, my donation to the school will be made in my son's name.
But didn't Gene, your son, have a school of his own, where his name might be more appropriately perpetuated?
No, he was always tutored. Gene was a shy boy. He was rather afraid of people. He didn't make friends easily. And the acquaintances he did make were hardly fit to... Well, I thought it advisable to keep him at home.
I see.
Is this portrait of Lesliehoff's a good likeness of your boy, Mrs. Marshall?
No. Well, it's unmistakably his face. But it hides a man I don't know. Can never hope to know.
May I see the picture again, Mrs. Marshall? I haven't had a chance to look at it closely.
Why, certainly. Here, Doctor.
It's a striking portrait, isn't it? Interesting. The lower part of the face is almost obliterated by shadow, all but just a portion of the mouth. And the eyes, the highlighting of the eyes is quite remarkable. But how well Hoff has brought out the qualities of a young man who has suddenly found himself. It's a portrait of a boy who has come to the end of a dream and who is shocked at having slept so long.
Dr. Hall, I believe that the young man who made this portrait really knew my son. Possessed a knowledge about him that his own mother never had.
Well, there are few friendships as strong as those founded on great dangers shared.
And I imagine you'd like to meet Lesliehoff.
Well, I've given that much thought, Mrs. Hall. I believe now that I should like to meet him.
It was splendid because he's coming here this afternoon.
Oh, but... Well, I wish I'd known. I'm afraid it'll be difficult.
Oh, probably not as difficult as you think, Mrs. Marshall. Surely there must have been a great bond between Gene and Lesliehoff. I think it will give you a good deal of satisfaction to meet him.
Yes, but let's get to the point of the endowment, Dr. Hall. It's not a thing I care to discuss in front of others.
No, of course it isn't. I find that reticence in these matters is not unusual, Mrs. Marshall.
I came prepared to write a check for $500,000 in the name of Ivy College.
Oh, William, isn't that wonderful?
If one condition can be agreed upon, Dr. Hall.
And what is that condition?
My money must absolutely not be used to provide scholarships for certain races and creeds.
Oh, no.
If you know what I mean.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Marshall. I do know what you mean.
And you're making this donation in the name of a son who died for the principle of equality?
We don't have to discuss this further, Mrs. Hall. I'm sure that Ivy College can find use for my money in such a way as not to violate the terms of acceptance. Isn't that so, Dr. Hall?
No, Mrs. Marshall, it isn't. I cannot accept it under the conditions you impose.
I beg your pardon?
Even if I were inclined to close my eyes and my ears and my mind to your stipulation, which I am not, the founding fathers of this college would rise in righteous anger. The cornerstone of this institution was laid when this nation was young, when the concept of personal freedom and individual integrity was fiercely defended and willingly died for. It is the principle with which this school was inaugurated. That principle is not for sale, Mrs. Marshall, not even for $500,000.
Very well, then. That's that. We won't discuss it further. I'll be going, Doctor.
Oh, but surely you'll wait and see, Lesliehoff. I hope you won't let my refusal interfere with your meeting your son's friend.
Yeah, that must be him now. Shall I go, dear?
No, I would rather. Mrs. Marshall, will you excuse me?
Surely.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Doctor. I'm Lesliehoff.
Well, come in. Come in. I'm glad to see you. And congratulations on a fine piece of work. Ivy's proud of you, and so am I.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Do you have company? Am I interrupting?
No, not at all. In fact, I'm extremely happy you're here. Our guest is someone I know you'll want to meet. Jean Marshall's mother.
Jean Marshall? Oh, is that someone I'm supposed to know, Doctor?
Well, I should think so.
I'm afraid when it comes to names, sir, my memory's not so good. I don't think I know who Jean Marshall is.
But you're painting that portrait.
Oh, the boy. So that's his name. Jean Marshall. Dr. Hall, I never knew. To me, he was the boy.
Well, this is a turn of events I didn't quite anticipate. Come with me, Leslie. I want to introduce you to the boy's mother.
If you don't mind, sir, I'd rather not.
Well, why not?
Well, the boy, Jean, did you say?
Uh-huh.
Talked a lot about his mother. I think it would only upset her to know that I was her son's friend. No, I don't think it would be wise for me to meet her.
Well, of course, that's up to you, Leslie, but if you'll trust my judgment, I think it would be the wisest thing you ever did.
All right, if you say so, Dr. Hall. Let's go.
Good. Come on, follow me. Victoria, this is Leslie Hoff.
Hello.
My wife, Leslie, and this is Mrs. Marshall, Jean's mother.
You are Leslie Hoff.
When we spoke earlier today on the phone, Leslie, I didn't have a chance to tell you how terribly proud we were to hear of your award and how much we like the painting. It's superb.
I'm pleased that you like it, Mrs. Hall. Mrs. Marshall, I value your opinion, too. Well, please don't hesitate to be frank.
How long did you know my son?
Well, just one night, ma'am. One long, long night. It was during a raid. We were both running for cover. We hit the same foxhole.
You only knew him one night?
There are times during a war, Mrs. Marshall, when one night can be as long as eternity.
That's right, Doctor. And this particular night seemed an eternity. You get to know a man pretty well when time crowds you like that. When death is sitting in the game, you sort of like to lay all your cards on the table.
I know. I had a friend once who said you talked about everything, anything, to cover up the fact that you were scared.
And did you talk together? You and Jean?
Yes, we talked. The boy told me about you, Mrs. Marshall, and I told him about my mother. He described his ancestors, I described mine. He was proud of his great-grandfather who fought in the Civil War. I was proud of mine who was freed by it. We even exchanged recipes, believe it or not. Got ourselves so hungry we could hardly stand it. It's funny the things you talk about in the foxhole. Your boy grew into a great man that night, Mrs. Marshall. I sat and watched him, his face half hidden in shadows. Only the nose and eyes lighted by the enemy flares. And I listened to him tell of the things he planned to do when he got out of the war. They were good things.
And you never saw him again after that night?
No, Mrs. Hall, never again.
It's amazing that you could paint a picture of a man you saw only by gunfire.
I'll never forget how he looked. The portrait was only an attempt to immortalize a man whose name I never knew, but to whom I owed everything.
What do you mean by that?
There was an enemy patrol. The noise covered their approach. I'll never know exactly what happened. I suppose you never do. But the boy was my buddy. I'll spare you the details. But you see, ma'am, he gave his life, saving mine.
Harvey, is Mrs. Marshall gone?
Yes, dear, she just left.
What a lonely woman. I didn't think I could ever feel sorry for her. But I do. Awfully sorry. Don't you?
Not anymore, darling. I think she learned a great lesson in understanding today.
You do? I wonder. She was... What's that you got in your hand?
This is the proof, Vicky. A check for $500,000 made out to Ivy College. No strings attached. I guess she discovered that life itself is a little like a college. You don't learn much by attending only one class.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Before we hear again from Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, ladies and gentlemen, I have an important announcement. Last week, we announced that our sponsor, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company, had wired President Truman that Schlitz would be very happy to ship 600,000 cans of their fine beer to our boys in Korea. We've just been informed by Archibald S. Alexander, Under Secretary of the Army, that this offer has been accepted.
That's splendid, Ken.
And our best wishes go with it.
Yes, indeed, and our hopes for a speedy return. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We'll be seeing you next week at this same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Colvin. Tonight, the part of Lesliehoff was played by James Edwards, whose great performance in Stanley Kramer's Home of the Brave won him national acclaim. He's just completed his latest role in the Universal International picture, Lights Out. Mr. Wellman is played by Herbert Butterfield. The other players were Lois Corbett and Jerry Hausner. Tonight's script was written by Cameron Blake and Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Now for the adventures of the Great Gildersleeve on NBC.
Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
And now, the Halls of Ivy.
The halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we depart.
Welcome again to Ivy College. Autumn days filled with the excitement of the coming first snow and football, and there's a zing in the air. But to Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall, president of Ivy, and his ex-actress wife, Victoria, autumn means new students, a lot of new professors, and receptions ad nauseum. As the lovely Mrs. Hall so well says,
I've had 10 to tea, Bex, and 10. He was the fat one who teaches romance languages. About as romantic as Lewis. Sex.
What in the world are you talking about, Vicky?
Oh, is this one? Oh, yes. He was the one with the bushy hair. He took 4 spoonfuls of sugar.
In his hair?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm only trying to see if we've had every new professor and instructor to tea.
Well, several of them have been here twice. Particularly Dr. Schwarzkopf in zoology, who looks like a sad bullfrog.
No, we haven't had all of them. Here's a name that isn't set. John Bentley Brooks.
No, invite the bullfrog again, Schwarzkopf. I like him. He plays chess, badly.
Well, who's Bentley Brooks here? Have I met him?
I don't know, Vicky. He's modern English literature or some such. Doesn't matter.
Well, he's the last of the lot. Shall we have him Tuesday?
I'm busy on Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Faculty meeting on Wednesday.
Oh, that's news to me. You didn't tell me.
No, dear, I just decided.
All right, Thursday then.
I never like these receptions on Thursdays.
Well, why not?
Well, it's too close to the weekend, you know. Next day's Friday, then Saturday. It's confusing.
Certainly is. Well, what's the matter with Mr. Bentley Book? Don't you like him?
My dear girl, I don't know enough about the fellow to like or dislike him.
Well, tell me, Toddy, what does he look like?
Well, I didn't notice, really. Lots of new instructors, you know. Can't remember details about all of them.
When you engaged him, you must have noticed him.
Well, he's a young man with the regulation number of ears and eyes, etc.
Tell me a little more about the etc.
Oh, no, Vicky, I'm not...
Why, Toddy, I believe you're jealous.
Jealous, my dear. I merely object to the new fad of young ladies making bird-like sounds because a person happens to be good-looking.
You never object when they make bird-like sounds over you.
Oh, that's nonsense. I'm not wolf-faced. Or whatever the male equivalent of wolf-faced might be.
Oh, yes, you are. The toys on this campus coo and gurgle over you like Bobby Sockface.
Well, of course they don't, Vicky. It's ridiculous. They certainly don't. Do they?
Those girls at Smith's Automobile voted you the Ivy man they'd most like to cling to.
Makes me feel like a bell tower.
Now, I thought be serious. We must have young Bentley Book over. I'll keep Chris. I won't wear my Bobby socks.
All right, darling. Ask him whenever you like.
Fine. Tuesday?
I'm busy Tuesday.
Wednesday?
I told you, darling, faculty meeting.
Thursday?
No, it's too close to the weekend. I beg your pardon. Is this Mr. Bentley Book's class in modern literature?
It sure is. And wait until you see him. Is he dreamy?
Sure he must be.
Are you registering for his course, too? Not that I blame you. He'd have a full class if he taught counterfeiting. Did you ever see such a mob?
Yes, but I'm not here to take the course. I only want to ask Mr. Bentley Book to tea.
Ask him to tea? Oh, a new approach. Well, that's just dull enough to be sharp. I gotta try that.
All right, everybody. Sign up. Fill out those slips.
Go ahead, honey. Sign your name.
No, that's not what I came here for. I was trapped. All I wanted to do was invite him to tea and get a look at him.
Well, I've never believed that curiosity could kill a cat, but I'm beginning to think it might cause a few feline neuroses. But now that you've been trapped into taking the course, I expect you to uphold the honor of this family and be an honor student.
Oh, he doesn't know I'm the president's wife. I registered under my maiden name.
Well, you still better pay attention and learn all you can, because I'll be asking questions. What was the first lecture like?
Well, Mr. Bentley Book discussed the basic difference between T.S. Eliot and Nick Kenny.
Basic difference, yes.
Well, on Friday, his subject will be, if Charles Dickens were alive today, he'd probably be writing comic books.
Apparently, Mr. Bentley-Brook is a regular Milton-Berle.
He gets a lot of yuck.
Yuck? Yuck? I'm not familiar with the word.
Yock, Y-O-C-K. It's a hearty laugh, a theatrical trade term. I can see how it might have escaped your attention.
Yeah. Yes, it's an interesting word. Have you any idea of its etymological derivation? Yuck. Yeah, it's possibly related to yoik, the cry of encouragement of Foxhound.
No, it's more a cry of appreciation to comedians. I'm going to learn a lot about literature in this course.
Yes, you'd better read a few books, too. You know, I disagree with that chap about Charles Dickens. I think he'd be writing daytime serials.
Oh, Toddy.
Yes. Old Dr. Manette. David Copperfield, boy. Fagin, Faces Life.
Oh,
George, that's wonderful.
You know, I've gotten a few yucks myself. And how about Dickens on television? Cook, LaFran, and Oliver Twist.
Oh, you're much better than Bentley Brook any day of the week.
Well, I hope you weren't completely swept off your feet by the man's look.
Oh, Charlie, not for a second. Not for a single second. He's not my type. You are.
Yes, come in. Ah, Mr. Bentley Brook, isn't it? Come in.
Thank you, Dr. Hall.
Sit down, Brook. Tell me, how is your course in modern literature progressing?
Well, very well, Doctor. I don't know when I've enjoyed teaching a course so much.
Good. You know, it's my conviction that an instructor should be like a fine chef. Spice and seasoning are, of course, invaluable to every good dish, but the basic food must also be there. The meat, the potatoes. Nobody would care much for a steaming bowl of paprika or a platter full of cinnamon.
Well, I agree with you, sir. Mustard is all very well, but the basic ham must always be there.
Yes, in my case, it always is. Now tell me, what was it you wanted to see me about?
Well, Dr. Hall, I wanted to ask you about, the rules regarding an instructor's conduct on this campus.
Oh, we don't live by any hard and fast rules here, Brooke. The regulation thing, drive on the right side of the street, honor thy father and thy mother, and don't shoot any members of the Board of Governors between September and June.
Well, I'll remember that.
But by and large, we try to live freely and fully. And that's only possible in an atmosphere of academic freedom. Too many thou shalt not, and the human brain becomes a tight little cell that is no longer an effective sending or receiving station. The soaring words of Socrates are on our bookshelves. Mr. Jefferson is there. Mr. Galileo. And a young whippersnapper named Tom Paine. But unless we take them off the bookshelves and practice what they fought for, yes, and drank the hemlock for, well, we're not scholars in the true sense of the word.
That would make a fine subject for a lecture to the student body, Dr. Hall.
It's been used, Mr. Brooke, and by me every year.
Well, the thing I wondered about is, are there any thou shalt not about an instructor falling in love with one of his students?
An instructor falling in love with one of his students. Oh, dear.
How do you feel about such a thing, Dr. Hall?
Well, there are many factors to be considered. For example, is the instructor married or single? Conversely, is the student single or married?
Well...
And then there's the all-important question, is the instructor male or female? And conversely, is the student female or male? Odd, isn't it? That with only two sexes in the world, it can get so complicated.
Well, the instructor is male and single. The student is quite female. And according to my class register, a miss.
Now, this is a problem, and not an everyday one. Usually our professors are old enough to keep on their own side of their bifocals. And the students are young enough not to attract or be attracted by wearers of bifocals.
Well, this student is quite mature, unusually so.
Yes. Mature? Unusually? Yes, I see.
Is there any rule prohibiting the instructor asking the student for a date? For dinner, perhaps? Or a drive in the moonlight? I'd like a ruling from you, Dr. Hall. I wouldn't want to do anything that might be bad form.
Bad form, yes. Well, Mr. Brooke, since this is such a, personal matter, I'd like a time to think about it. And if you don't mind, I'd like to talk to my wife, you know, the feminine point of view.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Mrs. Hall as yet, though I hear she's beautiful and charming.
Well, I must say that's a very skinty inventory of Mrs. Hall's qualities. Well, why don't you come to tea this afternoon? You can meet Mrs. Hall, and we can all wrestle with your conscience.
I should love you, Dr. Hall.
Good. And that is the first act curtain to a no-coward comedy if I ever heard one. But to file the piece off an old saw, cowards just make consciences of us all.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. Several thousand years ago, a fellow named Epicurus had a theory that pleasure is the only thing in life worth pursuing. Well, it's really too bad Epicurus can't be with us today. How he would have enjoyed pursuing the pleasure in a white-capped glass of Schlitz beer. That's pleasure in its purest form. To give Schlitz its own very special taste, the taste you remember with pleasure, Schlitz beer is mellowed 3 times. Mellowed by aging the barley till it's just right for malting. Mellowed by aging the malt till it's just right for brewing. Mellowed by aging the beer till it's just right for you. This triple mellowing is one of the reasons why Schlitz tastes so good. No wonder it's the largest selling beer in America. To the halls of Ivy. Dr. William Todhunter Hall is a man who faces issues squarely. Occasionally, of course, a few of the squares have rounded edges. Vicky is taking a course in modern literature from the youngest, the best-looking instructor ever to hit Ivy. As a husband and as president of Ivy, Dr. Hall is hitting back.
Hello, darling.
Oh, Vicky, I'm glad you're home.
What's the matter?
Vicky, do you mean that I have such an unpoker face that you can read it at a glance?
Like a full house or a royal flush in heart.
I shall certainly never play poker with you. Wives invariably have more extrasensory perception than is absolutely necessary. Telepathy is only scientific jargon for a woman's basic instinct. The gypsy fortune teller is only one who has put her feminine intuition on a paying basis.
I've no talent for it, dear. All I can ever see in the bottom of a teacup is tired tea leaves.
Well, talking of tea, were you planning to have anyone in this afternoon?
Yes. I intended to have the best-looking, the wittiest, and the most charming man I know.
You invited him?
No, dear. You arrive pretty regularly without an invitation.
Oh, me? Oh, no, you. No, I thought you were talking about Mr. Bentley Brooks.
Oh, Charlie, I've decided to forget about Mr. B.D. I'm dropping out of his course. I think you're right. We can forget about asking him.
Forget? But you were the one who was so anxious to invite him.
Well, at first I thought his lectures were fascinating, but I've changed my mind. He drones. He definitely drones.
Well, he's going to drone for us this afternoon. I've invited him.
You've invited him? Whatever for?
Because we are civilized, rational people who should face issues as they arise.
What kind of issues?
Mr. Bentley Brooks is in love with one of his students.
Oh, how romantic. I wonder who it is. Now, could it be the frizzed-out blonde in the front row who crosses her legs? No, I hardly think so. It might be the intense one with the straight hair and the horn-rimmed glasses who doesn't cross her legs.
Vicky, I have every reason to believe that it is neither the frizzed-out one or the horn-rimmed one. As a matter of fact, I'll come right out and say it's a married woman.
Oh, dear. It does lead to complications.
You've no idea how complicated it is. The married woman is you.
But that's the funniest thing I ever heard. You're completely ridiculous. Yes? In love with me?
Darling.
But that's the funniest thing I ever heard. completely ridiculous. Yes? In love with me?
My darling, when a young man in his right mind huffs and puffs and carries on about moonlight rides, I do not diagnose it as asthma.
How do you know it's me?
He as much as told me.
What, to your face?
Well, that is where people usually tell me things. But he doesn't know that you're married. And he doesn't know that you're married to me. We're educating him to both those startling facts at tea.
Well, it's a ghastly notion. It's like the second act of a bad play.
My very words. Polite comedy. No yucks.
I'll duck out. Severe headache, you tell him. Break his heart with my blessing.
No. You stay here, Vicky. After all, you created this situation. You were just too tantalizing in his classroom.
Gosh, I wasn't tantalizing at all. I never opened my mouth.
Silent women are the most intriguing in the world, my dear. The Mona Lisa speaks volumes.
Well, I was no Mona Lisa either. Come to think of it, I did speak up once. I asked if I could close the window. It was drafty in there.
You see, you tantalized him.
According to that theory, a woman is deliberately tantalizing if she speaks up or shuts up. I don't think you have a very high opinion of women.
On the contrary, Vicky, some of my best friends are women, including my wife and my mother.
Well, I don't like women at all. I like fellas.
Well, I'm not sure I approve of your use of the plural, but you're going in the right direction. You remember the old Chinese legend of how women were created?
No.
Well, when Twashti, the creator, wished to give man a helpmate, he found that he had used up all his materials creating men. So he fashioned a blend. He took the lightness of the leaf, the glance of the fawn, the gaiety of the sun's rays, the tears of the mist, the inconstancy of the wind, the timidity of the hare, and the vanity of the peacock, the harshness of the diamond, and the softness of the down on the throat of the swallow, the chill of snow, the warmth of fire, the cruelty of the tiger, the sweet flavor of honey, the chatter of the magpie, and the cooing of the turtle dove. He melted all these things together and fashioned woman. From that day forth, men have been unable to live without women and unable to live with them.
As a representative of all the delighted and insulted women of the world, I thank you. You cad.
Do you remember the last time I was jealous of you?
Oh, I certainly do. While you were courting me in London. There was that actor in our company who looked at me cross-eyed once or twice. You were furious. I don't even remember his name.
I do. It was hyphenated. Colin Mumford Jones. And from that day to this, I haven't been able to abide a hyphen in a name. You know, I remember when I discovered that he wanted to make love to you off stage as well as on. It was that afternoon when we went to visit the National Gallery.
You sulked.
No.
Amidst all those beautiful, immortal works of art, you sulked, Toddy.
Every beautiful woman in every picture frame was you, Vicky.
Oh, darling.
I was ready to do battle against all my enemies, inside and outside the frame. It was one of those rare London days. Do you remember? The sun in a clean blue sky, washed by an all-night rain. We walked from your flat all the way to the National Gallery.
How do you like our National Gallery, Dr. Hall?
It's a bit drafty, I'm afraid. I feel so sorry for some of Mr. Titian's reclining women. He didn't overindulge in overcoats, you noticed. Oh.
That is quite a picture.
Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. She looks just like you.
That's a very sweet compliment. But do you think I brood that much? And are my eyes really the color of the Nile?
The rivers of all the world do not match your eyes, O Queen of Egypt. I, the noblest Roman of them all, Julius Caesar, Rex Imperatus, tell you this. There is a tide in the affairs of men which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. And you are my fortune, Cleopatra. But what is that Marcus Antonius doing? Looking at you, cross-eyed. Marcus Antonius. Now, there's a hyphenated name if I ever heard one.
Let's move on to the next picture, Mrs. Caesar.
It too, Vicky. Look here. Isn't she lovely?
Anne Boleyn.
Yes, Anne Boleyn, once Queen of England. The beloved, though temporary, wife of King Henry VIII.
I suppose she looks like me, too.
She lives in you. The fire, the magic.
Well, you're not fat enough to be Henry VIII.
To the headsman, woman, for you have betrayed me. Whilst I was busy signing documents with Cardinal Wolsey, eating a bare 10 or 12 meals a day, you were philandering with Lord Rensselaer Twitcheller. Rensselaer Twitcheller. Now, there's another hyphenated name.
There's someone at the door, Toddy.
From the National Gallery. Now, that's ridiculous, now, dear. How could there? Oh, yes, the door. Yes, it must be our guest.
Where were you, Toddy? What were you daydreaming about?
Oh, I was sulking in the National Gallery.
And now you've framed me again. Well, go on to the door. I'll set the tea things up in a perfect isosceles triangle.
All right.
Good afternoon, Dr. Hall.
Oh, come in, Brooke. No, it's Bentley, Brooke, isn't it? Yes, with a hyphen.
Well, I hope I'm not too early.
No. The triangle is all set, and I mean the tea things are all set.
It's so kind of you to take an interest in my problems. What? Miss Cromwell.
May I present my wife, Miss Cromwell, to you, Mrs. Hall to me.
Hello.
Well, this is a surprise.
Yes, we thought you'd be surprised.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you, Miss Cromwell.
Mrs. Hall.
Well, I've known her in my classroom, and it seems a little strange. Suddenly, she's the president's wife.
But, of course, it didn't happen quite as suddenly as you might think. Now, we are all intelligent people, so I think we should come right to the point.
Well, it's very kind of you, Dr. Hall, to concern yourself with my personal problem.
Well, if it doesn't concern me, I'd like to know whom it does concern.
Well, not every college president would be so considerate.
Well, my dear sir, not every college president has a wife like mine.
I'm sure college life would be more wonderful if they did.
Oh, why, Mr. Brooke, what a nice compliment.
Now, stop tantalizing, Vicky.
The coincidence of your wife's being in my class makes this a little easier. Because, you see, she knows the young lady.
Oh, yes, I'm sure she... I beg your pardon.
She knows the young lady. It's Louise. Miss Turner. You know, the blonde one in the front row who always crosses her... The blonde one in the front row.
The blonde one.
Oh, the frizzed-out blonde, eh?
You know her too, Dr. Hall? No. Well, then, I think you should meet her. Would you like to?
Well, it would be one of the great pleasures of my life.
Well, she's right out in the car.
In the car?
You see, after class today, well, this is the most amazing coincidence. She came up and invited me to tea. I told her I already had one invitation, but she promised to wait. I don't mind 2 teas in one day at all.
I shouldn't wonder.
You don't think it presumptuous of me to bring her along?
Oh, by no means. And don't keep her waiting in the car. Have her come in.
Thank you, Dr. Hall. Miss Turner. Louise, won't you come in?
You said it.
Well, Vicky, don't look so heartbroken.
I've lost my touch. I'm no longer Cleopatra.
Oh, lost your touch, my eyebrow. Why, I would have fallen in love with you no matter how much competition your husband was. Man has no taste. Makes me furious.
Here she is. Dr. and Mrs. Hall, may I present Miss Louise Turner.
Hello, honey. Jeepers, you're Mrs. Hall.
You can still call me honey.
But, Professor, she's the one who gave me the advice about asking you to tea. I didn't know exactly what you'd do at a tea, but I went ahead and asked him, and, well, it worked.
very fresh personality, don't you think?
Oh, yes, indeed. Yes. Won't you come in?
Well, we really should be running along. One thing, Dr. Hall, you haven't said yet whether this is protocol, whether it's all right.
I hereby make a new college rule. All professors may fall in love with all students, be it spring or fall, be it the season of the nesting of the birds or the rising of the sap.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Hall.
And one slight amendment. Both professor and student should preferably be single.
Well, then it's all right. Goodbye, Dr. Hall. Goodbye, Mrs. Hall. You've been most kind.
Imagine getting a peek inside the powerhouse. And I've only been here 3 weeks. By the time I'm a senior, I ought to be rooming here.
Yes. Well, we're off. Where would you like to go, Miss Turner?
Well, to tea, I guess.
Take her to the art gallery. Show her Cleopatra and Anne Boleyn.
Oh, that's a good suggestion. Goodbye.
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 Goodbye. Well, I don't understand it. Why is it that brilliant, apparently erudite men invariably fall for frizzy blondes with giggles?
But, darling, you're brilliant. You're erudite. Oh, dear. I'll have to practice.
Would you like to go to tea, Dr. Hall?
Oh, to heck with the tea. Throw it out. Get me a bottle of beer.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America. And now here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everybody.
We'll be seeing you next week at this same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Sandra Gould, Ken Peters, Helen Crutchfield, and Mari Alden. Tonight's script was written by Lawrence and Lee and Don Quinn. Music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and tonight presented transcribed by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Oh, we love the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far, far away.
Now, enjoy The Great Gildersleeve. Then it's Groucho Marx on NBC.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
And now, The Halls of Ivy.
We love the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget, though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA.
The inimitable Dr. Johnson once observed that there must be a time in which every man trifles, and the only choice that nature offers us is to trifle in company or alone. Dr. William Todd Hunter Hall, president of Ivy, has made his choice. He prefers to share his trifling, as well as all other things, with his wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage. Now, Josiah Todd Hunter, Dr. Hall's maternal grandfather, was no trifle in his time, and neither is the moving of his portrait.
Now, wait a minute, Toddy. Grandpa's shoulder's sagging. Hitch up his left side a little. See?
Yeah, I know. This wire's in the way. It's got a knot.
Don't try and talk. You swallow the nail. Yeah, here's the hammer. Go ahead. I'll hold the ladder. Now, watch out, darling. Grandpa's on the floor again.
Yeah, just like Grandfather, always resisting change. He was a reactionary of the most virulent type. Although antedating the automobile, he saw life almost exclusively through a rear-view mirror.
I wondered why he looked so grim.
Would you smile if you'd been dropped on your ear?
Yeah, but he's always looking that way, Toddy.
Because he was always falling on his ear. Ever since that time near the Chickahominy in 1862, in our war between the states. And now, if you'll hand me my grandfather, Vicky, I'll try to hang him again.
There he is.
There. That's solid. Well, Vicky, what do you think of him there?
I'm not sure. Darling, tell me, what did Chicka have to do with hominy?
Well, my grandfather, regarding us so malignantly from the wall, was in the fighting along the Chickahominy River during the Civil War.
Well, which war was Gramps in, the Civil War or the war between the states?
Vicky, a trifle more regard for the history of your country by marriage would reveal the fact that they are or were one and the same war.
Oh. Well, then why didn't you call it the same thing?
It is considered in certain circles, just why, I do not know, that the phrase war between the states is a more courteous term. If so, I am willing to use it, even though it is a euphemism. And I dislike most euphemisms.
But this is a very educational few minutes, Doctor. Are you an expert on euphemia?
I don't know. I've never been there.
Where?
Euphemia.
I never heard of it. I don't know how you get so confused the way you do it.
I thought we were talking about euphemism.
But we were. Are you an expert?
No, Vicky, no, not again. Anyway, a euphemism is a ladylike term applied to a man-sized fact.
Well, it's a sort of literary antimacassar.
Oh, very good. Excellent. Well, very good. Although Grandfather doesn't seem to like it.
He doesn't seem to like anything, the old sourpuss.
I'm not sure I like it myself. You know, this side of the room has suddenly become top-heavy.
It's not the picture, darling. I think it's the sofa. It belongs under the window.
Well, then under the window it goes. Just think, Vicky. Grandfather, who resisted all change, has now become responsible for it. That's the trouble with most of us. We resign ourselves to the familiar, go through every discomfort to keep things as they are, when a little enterprise and imagination could give us a new perspective, widen the horizon of our living.
All because of your grandfather. Well, it took a bit of doing, but we found some good in him, didn't we? Well, now let's get going. Now, you push, and I'll steer.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Now, that's a bit more.
That's it.
No, wait, Toddy, wait. The carpet's all bunched up.
Oh, well, that's easily fixed. Now, when I lift the sofa, you smooth out the rug under this end. You ready?
Ready.
All right, up you go. You got it? Is it smooth?
Well, the rug's all right, but you're a bit hard to smooth. You're standing on it.
Is this better?
Well, it is squinch a little.
All right, I'm squinched.
That's better.
That better?
Now, you hold it steady.
I will.
Oh, my.
What's the matter?
What a pity. Look at that hole. Just look at it. It's a burn, I guess.
Victoria.
I've been trying so hard to make that rug last. You'd never suspect that behind a sofa.
Victoria.
Right, this place was it wasn't even worthwhile for me to give up my pipe.
Victoria.
What is it, Toddy?
All my life I've tried to hold up my own end, but there comes a time to let go.
no hole in the carpet anymore. It's in the floor now.
I think the sofa will stay where it is, Victoria.
Well, I don't know, Toddy. There's still something wrong.
Well, while you decide what it is, I'd better answer the door.
Yeah, it must be the cleaner, darling. He promised to bring back my pink coat and skirt this morning.
Yes, well, don't try and move anything else while I'm gone.
Let me see now. I'm looking at wind chair over here, and then the coffee table had to go there. Even if I put that chair there, there's no plug for the lamp. So, no, that's... Oh, just hang them up in the hall closet, Toddy, will you please?
Both of us? Oh. That sounds like an uncomfortable way to spend the morning.
Mr. Merriweather, good morning. And Mr. Wellman.
Mrs. Hall.
You'll never guess what I thought you were, Mr. Wellman.
What?
A pink skirt.
Clarence, you've been called some pretty colorful things in your time. Blue nose, a red menace, a green-eyed monster, and a black pirate, but a pink skirt.
Sorry to disappoint you, Mrs. Hall.
Sit down, gentlemen.
Well, hate to barge in on you like this on Saturday morning, folks, for two reasons. I don't like to be a nuisance, and I'd rather be playing golf. But, Doctor, I wanted to talk to you before the board meeting this afternoon. It's about the beautification program.
I thought the board had already approved the plan.
Well, one thing we left out. Nobody's ever settled the question of Emerson Hall. Now, I feel...
Just a minute, Merriweather.
What?
I said just a minute.
Why?
Because I want to say something.
Heaven forbid.
As you know, I have stood back of the beautification program. I have stood behind it from the beginning. Foursquare.
Foursquare? You?
Yes, me.
You are one square who has stood up against everything.
This is no time for jokes, Merriweather.
Who's joking?
There are some forces who want to carry this program to the extreme. When they propose to destroy Emerson Hall with its weathered boards and ancient walls, they threaten to destroy the hallowed heritage of Ivy itself.
Who wrote that speech for you, Clarence?
History wrote it. History, Merriweather. Generations of Ivy graduates who have passed through the portals of this venerable building. The years they have...
Oh, shut up, Clarence. Save it for the board. Anytime you start shedding tears, it's a sure thing somebody's water rates go up. If there was ever such a thing as a sincere crocodile, you're it.
This is a very serious situation. It is ridiculous that I should constantly be interrupted. I do not propose to permit this type of...
Mr. Wellman.
What is it?
Do I understand that you are actually fighting for the existence of Emerson Hall on the basis of such an abstract value as its tradition?
What's the matter with tradition, Dr. Hall? Just what may I ask?
Oh, nothing. I'm in favor of it.
Well, everybody knows how I feel. I'm all for tradition, per se, but not to the extent of breaking my neck in it. I think we need a brand new building.
Needless waste of money. But that's beside the point. Quite beside the point. We have embarked on beautifying the campus, and you suggest that we destroy one of its greatest beauties. Not to mention the needless waste of money. Sheer waste. That's what it is.
Have you taken a good look at Emerson lately, Clarence? Or couldn't you see it through your tears of reverence for our classical tradition?
Yes, I've seen it, Merriweather, and I expect to keep on looking at it for a great many years to come.
Well, gentlemen... I realize we all have to come to a decision. The one thing we agreed on with regard to our beautification program was that it must be comprehensive. It doesn't do to change things piecemeal. I learnt that this morning by changing a picture from one wall to another. Let's fight it to a finish this afternoon.
That's good with me. Now, come on, Clarence. Let's go.
Very well. Good day, Dr. Hall. Mrs. Hall.
Goodbye, Doctor. And, Mrs. Hall, next time I promise to call only for purely personal reasons. You'll find me on the steps, damp violets in my hand, and a look of shy adoration on my Merriweather-beaten face.
You don't need any reason, Mr. Merriweather. We always enjoy seeing you with or without violence.
Hey, goodbye.
Goodbye, gentlemen. See you at 2 o'clock.
Toddy, I've been thinking about this room now that we've moved the sofa.
I know. We really started something, didn't we? But to quote myself, it doesn't do to change things piecemeal.
Now, that must be the cleaner. I'll go.
How do you do? I am from the phone company.
Oh, yes. Well, come in. It's the man from the phone company, Toddy.
Oh? Is Is he here to put one in or take one out?
I understood you wanted a longer extension cord, Dr. Hall.
Well, he doesn't really want one, but he's getting awfully tired of lying on his stomach in his study trying to reach the telephone.
Yes. I can just barely touch it with the tips of my fingers. Aggravating.
Yeah, I imagine it is. I wouldn't advise a longer extension, though.
You wouldn't?
No, ma'am. Personally, I'm against long extension cords. They look awful. You trip on them. They strangle babies and dogs. You never can find the phone.
You can say that again.
Personally, I'm against long extension cords. They look awful. Park. Just call me Central.
Mr. Park, what would you suggest in place of the cord?
Well, move the phone box. It's much simpler and less expensive, and you don't run any risks that way. Let me take a look at that cord.
Yes, here it is. You just start at the phone and follow it along, and when you get to the wall, stop.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, how does it look?
Well, let's see here now. The dial's too fast. That's an easy fix. But I don't like the looks of that old cord.
Well, yeah, I know. I've tried everything, but it just keeps on snarling.
Well, I'm not worried about the snarls. Oh. Have you got a minute? Yeah, have you got a minute? Yeah, I'd like to show you something. You too, Dr. Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Now, take a look right here. You see that insulation? Where the wire goes into the box.
Uh-huh.
A couple of more jerks on that, and crash, bam, boom, fuse.
Yes. How is that again?
Well, you're just real fortunate I got here in time, Mrs. Hall. Fuse, short circuit, clang, 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 fire.
We have been living dangerously, haven't we? I suppose that wouldn't happen if we had a new and longer extension cord.
Well, it'll happen with any kind of cord.
Oh.
And the longer it is, the more there is to trip over. I've never been in favor of long extension cords.
Yes. You said that, Central. I mean, Mr. Park, but I need a phone in my study. Why not install it in the simplest possible way?
Well, just give the man the order, Doctor, and sis boom ba. The job's done. Where's the study?
Do, re, mi, in there.
Now, let's see. I don't know if this will work or not.
Oh, fine. Nothing like a specialist.
I guess maybe I'll have to install another outlet. So, do you have to have that desk there, Dr. Hall?
Well, I'm used to it there. I don't want to ruin your life, but I'd like to keep it.
Okay. But it ain't good.
Isn't.
That's sure right. It sure ain't. You got some pliers?
Well, we have a pair in the kitchen. They need a little dental work on the teeth, though.
Look, did you just come out with suggestions, young man, or did you bring a toolkit as well?
I got some here I guess I can use. Now, I won't bother you folks anymore. I'll be through here in a jiffy. 1, 2, 3.
Well, we'll be in the living room if you need us, Mr. Park. 4, 5, 6. He seems to be serious enough about his business. I hope he knows what he's doing.
Well, he sounds as if he does.
Sounds. That's the most accurate description, Vicky. I've never heard stranger sounds than he uses to...
Whammo! Bammo!
You see what I mean?
I see what you mean.
That outburst probably means that he has discovered that my study is bounded by 4 walls. Which reminds me of Mr. Wellman, and I cannot think why.
But I can. He said it. Weathered boards, ancient walls, hallowed heritage. His dreadfully miscast in that role. Doesn't sound at all right coming from him.
One man's cliche can be another man's conviction. I'm rather sensitive about Emerson Hall myself, Vicky. It's practically the first thing I remember about Ivy. Dr. Palmer, he was president then, looking down on all us huddled and overawed freshmen gathered together in Emerson to hear his greetings that first staggering week of college.
Did you stagger as a freshman, darling?
I just wobbled as a freshman. I staggered as a sophomore. I fell flat on my face as a junior and crawled gloriously through my senior year.
At least I hope you're standing up straight at graduation.
Yes, with the staunch support of the proscenium arch of Emerson Hall. So you see, darling, life as an undergraduate began and ended for me in Emerson. Naturally, any judgment I might have about its survival or destruction will be highly colored by grateful memories.
Dr. Hall, excuse me, but have you got a minute?
Uh-oh.
Something I want to show you.
Something else?
Well, it's not trouble, is it, Mr. Park?
Well, it's never trouble with a telephone company, Mrs. Hall.
That's nice to know.
It's news, too.
Just look at here. Look at that. Ain't she a beaut?
She? I don't know, Mr. Park. Where is she?
Right there. Look at that box. Look at those screws.
Oh, rusty, aren't they? Well, of course, they've been there a long time.
What's that spot on the wall?
That's her, Doc. Ain't she a beaut? That's where the box was.
Oh, put it back. The spot looks awful.
No, that's too dangerous. I'm sure happy for you that I came out today.
Now, look, now, let's all be happy with you, Mr. Park. What is that spot on the wall?
Feel the wall, Mrs. Hall. Feel it. You got seepage.
I have?
Seepage? Well, I'll have the plumber in at once.
Wait a minute, Dr. Hall.
No, don't tell us there's any more.
Well, actually, I can't be sure.
Well, can't be sure of what, for heaven's sake?
Well, after all, I'm a telephone man. I don't have all this information at my fingertips. I'm just observant, that's all.
Mr. Park.
Yes, sir?
Would you mind telling us what you're talking about?
I'd be pleased to. The truth is, Dr. Hall, you got a big fat case of dry rot.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Naturally, it takes skill and prime ingredients to brew a really first-rate beer. But there's something else. It takes patience as well. There's no shortcut to the kind of flavor you get in Schlitz beer. And that flavor is due in part to the slow, painstaking process of mellowing. Now, every brewer has his own way of doing this, and the Schlitz way calls for triple mellowing. Yes, for the taste you remember with pleasure, Schlitz beer is mellowed 3 times.
Mellowed by aging the barley till it's just right for malting. Mellowed by aging the malt till it's just right for brewing. Mellowed by aging the beer till it's just right for you.
This time-taking process gives Schlitz a taste no other beer can match. In fact, that taste has brought so much pure pleasure to so many people, it has made Schlitz the largest selling beer in America.
That surround us here today.
As we return to Ivy, Dr. and Mrs. Hall are waiting for the young man from the telephone company who's been exploring the nether regions of their house.
He's been down in the basement an awfully long time, Toddy. Could something have happened to him?
I was just wondering if something could have happened to us. Why should we accept him as an authority of dry rot? He's from the telephone company. That is, Vicky, how do we know he's from the telephone company?
Well, if you're really dubious, I'll call the phone company and check on him.
With the box dismantled? Dismantled. Remarkable young man. I'll get it. Oh, no, he's not. Yes, it is. No, it isn't. Thank you. Goodbye.
Who was it?
Wrong number.
Excuse me, I heard the phone ring. Was it for me?
Yes.
No, I don't think it was. It was a wrong number.
Oh. Say, Dr. Hall, have you got a minute?
Oh, no.
It's later than you think, Mr. Park.
What is it now?
Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. At least it's nothing to get worried about. Guess what I found down in the basement?
You didn't come across my old fishing rod, did you?
No. Guess again.
I know. My scrapbooks, they've been lost for years.
No. Want to try again?
No, Mr. Park, I don't. I obviously do not get the refrigerator nor the vacuum cleaner, and I am certainly not going to try for 6 packages of your product, whatever it is.
Okay. Come on down and I'll show you. Now, there's one thing you can be happy about.
At this point, Mr. Park, when you say that, I feel myself getting pale and starting to shake like a leaf.
You've got a well-built house here. Good, solid beams, fine bracing, and plenty of studs. All in the right places.
Yes, except when I try to hang a picture.
It looks wonderful down here. It reminds me of an old English house. Everything secure and substantial.
Yes, I should think it's a pretty good foundation.
Sure. That's why it makes me boil when I see things like this plumbing of yours. It's a disgrace. 3/4-inch pipe.
Well, that's why we had that trouble with the kitchen sink.
Well, you're going to have more trouble, Mrs. Hall.
Mr. Park.
Yes, sir?
Did you ever hear of a man called Frankenstein?
Who?
Can't say as I have. Does Dracula ring a bell in your subconscious?
No, sir. I've only had freshman courses.
You could pass a master's degree in bloodletting. Now, what is the matter with our kitchen sink?
Oh. Well, it may go along all right for a while, but one day you're going to wake up, you'll be eating breakfast in a rowboat.
Well, you sound even happier about that than you did about the dry rot.
Well, it isn't so bad. You certainly weren't planning to live in this house very long, were you, Dr. Hall?
I was thinking of it, yes. But, of course, eating breakfast in a rowboat could change my thinking.
Well, if you're going to stay here, I'd have the wiring checked over. You're sure lucky I came out.
Mr. Park, would it be out of line if I asked you what you brought us down here to see?
Certainly not. What I found out here today. Oh, brother, what I've saved you. I got here just in time. Gee, you're lucky.
The lucky holes. Here we go again.
I was hoping I wouldn't find any, but with these old houses, you almost always do.
Oh, it isn't. Is it?
Yes, Mrs. Hall. Your dry rot has turned out to be termites.
Gentlemen, we still have the most important item on the agenda.
Mr. Chairman.
I haven't mentioned what it is yet, Mr. Merriweather.
We all know what it is, Clarence. It's Emerson Hall. I want to say that I personally have nothing against Emerson,
Except that you want to tear it down.
As it stands now, it's a hazard to life and limb. I'm only concerned with the safety of the students.
I am concerned with the tradition of Ivy.
You're concerned with the money, Clarence, and you know it.
Merriweather, sit down. And furthermore...
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, Dr. Hall.
I agree with you, Mr. Wellman, that Emerson Hall represents a cherished tradition. And I agree with you, Mr. Merriweather, that it constitutes a danger to its occupants. By an unhappy coincidence, I found out today that another building on the campus of Ivy, also of traditional value, is in a perilous condition, too. I would like to make a motion that we consider what is to be done with this edifice along with Emerson Hall.
What building are you talking about, Dr. Hall?
The house I live in.
Why? Oh, I paid an exorbitant price only a year ago for painting and redecorating that house.
Yes, and Emerson Hall has been painted any number of times in recent years. But only the outside, Mr. Wellman. The danger lies deep inside. I understand, for instance, that Emerson's got termites.
You're dead right, Doctor. You can hear him buzzing all the way out to my house.
Well, my house has termites, too. Now, isn't it a fact that Emerson's plumbing needs repair?
It certainly does.
So does mine. But Emerson Hall, just like the house that is assigned to me as president, has a good foundation and a sturdy frame. With age... oh, they've both developed a few aches and pains, but they can be fixed. There are generations of hopes and dreams, of study and achievement that have been absorbed in them. There are things associated with Emerson Hall and the President's house that cannot be rebuilt. The question is, are they worth saving? Gentlemen, I think they are.
Here, in the living room.
Hello, darling. Why, Vicky, look at this room. What happened?
Oh, it all got so complicated. I put everything back where it was in the first place. All except Grandfather. He looks the same anywhere.
Did Park ever get around to fixing the phone?
He fixed it.
How?
12 more feet of extension cord. It's all over the house. We can skip with it any time you have a free moment and a feeling of abandon.
You should, as the saying goes, live so long.
The cleaner. I was afraid he wouldn't get here today after all. I'll get it, Toddy.
All right. Now, where did he put the phone? It's not, no. Here you are.
William, Mr. Park would like to see you.
Excuse me, Dr. Hall, but have you got a minute?
Mr. Park, I may be leading with my chin. I may be inviting certain disaster. I know I'm asking for it, but yes, I have a minute.
Well, reason I came back is I was really trying to make an impression on you.
You did, Mr. Park.
You see, once I had big ideas about being a construction engineer. I started college, but then there was a war and I never got back again. I've always wanted to.
But did you expect that I might help you get a fresh start?
That was the idea. I've learned as much as I can with my present job, and I know I need a foundation as much as a house does. I thought maybe you'd use your influence.
Everybody talks about starting from the bottom of the ladder, but I've never heard of anybody before trying to get into college through the basement.
Well, it at least deserves encouragement. Besides, Ivy is indebted to you indirectly. It's worth a try. Call me Monday morning, and I'll put you in touch with Professor Cummings, head of our engineering school. No. On second thoughts, I might as well call him now. Excuse me.
I'd be willing to take any kind of examination or...
You passed a pretty stiff one right here in this house today.
That's funny. That's really funny.
No, don't tell me, William. It couldn't be. No.
Absolutely no sound at all. Nothing but deep, inscrutable silence. Mr. Park, have you got a minute? You're right. You need fresh interest. You've spent enough time with the telephone company. The phone is out of order.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, in our studio audience tonight is the Joseph Schlitz American Legion Post Rifle Team, which yesterday won first place in the national competition. Our sponsor congratulates the team and salutes all the Legionnaires on the occasion of their national convention here in Los Angeles. Now, here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We'll be seeing you next week at the same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Herbert Butterfield, Gail Gordon, and Robert Easton. Tonight's script was written by Milton and Barbara Merlin and Don Quinn. Music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
He's lovable. He's the Great Gildersleeve, next on NBC.